Alrighty, yo, what's up, guys? Just got my coffee made. Sorry that took a little bit longer than normal. I was trying to get a load of laundry in at the same time. Let me see. What did I miss? I remember, like, as soon as I started stream, Nintendo told me about the closed captioning. I was like, and I was thinking like, wait, what's going on? I go and check and it's like, it says, okay Google, okay Google. And the weirdest thing, I have not even ever said, okay Google. Like, I don't even like use Google Voice. So I don't even know where they came from. And plus the stream starting page is not, like the mic's muted on that source or that scene. So I'm like, where was the closed captioning hearing this from? It's actually kind of spooked me a little bit. Like, oh my god. Was stream captioning like, is it talking with the computer? Like, were they talking with each other like two little, you know, electronics just having a chat? Like, I don't know. It's giving me like that kind of like AI's gonna take over the world kind of like feel. Wait, really? It said Nintendo instead of Nintendo? No, to be fair, it really does sound like, it really does sound like Nintendo if you say it like really fast. Yo, what's up, Nutty Blowin'? How you doing? Yo, what's HLZ Knives? Long time no see. Oh, this intro makes me want to write instrumental intros again. I'm trying to see who. What was my intro song? I cannot remember. I think it's from Chill Hop, but I can't remember which one. Like what song? But I know, I think both of them are, because like the stream ending one is also a Chill Hop song, I think. But I found like they're both kind of perfect. Like the other one's like kind of more calm, and the other one's got like more saddish tone to it. That's why I put like the little rainy thing. Like after stream ends, it's all rainy. Ah, I'm my dumbass. Redesigning a new Crocheted Tiki bar hides away in shame. Oh man, though, HLZ Knives. I cannot tell you how many times I've read it into somebody who was like not gaming and they'd never heard the word crochet before. They're like, welcome crochet and crotchet. And I'm just like, oh boy. Oh boy. To be fair, I don't really, I don't really expect a lot of people to know what do you call it, what crochet I guess would sound like. This, to be fair, it is a French word, but still it gets me every time, like gives me like a little tickle. I mean, we do go by our like fan name, or like our little name, is like nickname for crocheters is like hookers. Like that's a, it's so funny, like that is a joke as old as time, because like that was a joke during my grandma's era in the 60s. Like that was a joke back then. Because I think I remember seeing someone talk about like, oh my god, the new kids these days, I have to make everything so provocative, and I had to tell them like, no honey, I learned this joke from my grandma. They were saying this back in the day. It's not the new generation trying to pervert everything. I think us humans have always had a little pervy side, honestly. Like even like the drawing a dick the cable is like apparently like a very human thing. Like even back then they saw like I think like what in ancient Rome or Greece or something, they discovered like dick pics on inside like an archaeological site, and it's just like damn, humans have been the same, haven't we? You're like, yeah, welcome is what I say. Even though I say it and now this sound it would sound so lewd. Oh yeah, like one thing I like, Club Crochet, like his like little to-go phrase when he's done, he's gonna be like happy hooking. Another joke is like if you are basically another joke he says, I've also heard this from other several crocheters who would do this like full time. I don't think I'm quite there yet. I'm like a baby crochet business. Like I am nowhere near the levels of these other people, but like they like to joke that they're a professional hooker. Let's see. What's up? Welcome in, Kwango. We are doing some crochet. We're actually trying to remake this tiki bar that we made last summer, actually. Only problem is it's a little scuffed in the back. Like, right, it's so pretty from the front, and then it's like ugly in the back because you can see all the glue. Because I forgot to insert these in the top panel. I had already sewn up the box, and like once it's sewn up, there's no way to get the metal in there to glue it in. Because usually you want to insert the metal, then fold it in half, and then glue it on the inside. That way no one sees it. Yo, what's up, Misanthropy? How you doing? Right? I feel like everybody did that. That's just like a lifelong human thing, I think. It's even here in Korea. Like, I'll see... Like, if I go to, like, the schools, you'll see, like, a miniature little schlong on, like, a wall somewhere, and it's just like, y'all never changed it yet. It doesn't matter, like, race, age... It just, like, humans be humans. I don't know why. It was the fascination with the with drawing, like, phallic things. And say, oh, I didn't know you could make that kind of stuff with crochet. Yeah, you actually have the, what do you call it? You can, like, do very tiny crochet, because, I started getting into micro crochet when I was, like, seeing, like, tiny micro crochet amigurumi and flowers. You just have to use a much smaller hook, but it's basically, amigurumi. Like, these are just, like, crocheting back and forth panels, then I just, like, glue some cardboard on, sew up into a box. Like, everything except for this little gingerbread house is a gift from Ben and Eve, who's a clay artist. She's, like, she's another miniature artist, but she works with polymer clay. Which is actually what my mom works with. But, like, everything else on the desk, they're all crochet. Like, even their little tiny miniature drinks, you can, like, see the stitches, kinda. Wait, a quick question, are those press-on or acrylic nails? Oh, they're press-ons, like, I think acrylic nails you can't do yourself, right? Don't you have to go to, I think you have to go to a salon for that. And also, welcome in, Ariel Monkey, how you doing? Uh-oh. Nope, you... Hold on. We got a bot in the chat. Yeah. Not on my lawn. Get off my lawn, you damn bot. You ain't welcomed here. Right, so what I should do about breaking her fingers? Oh, I will say though, not me blowing. When I started, like, so like this level right here, like working with the splitted yarn, I can do all day, any day. But when I started working with the tiny thread, the little hook actually split open my finger. Like, I think I even still have like a line here somewhere. Because usually I need something to hold the back of the piece because there's like nothing to hold on it to. So to get like my stitch in there, sometimes I hold it to the back so I can like kind of feel it. And I had like this little gash right here. I don't know if you can see, there's like a little red line still. But yeah, that was actually an open wound for a while. So I had to stop with the tiny one, but I'd be like, no, how I will give viewers now. Oh my god, is that like a crying piece of corn? That is such a cute corn. Oh, okay, because I think with the acrylics, do you need like the... I've seen there's some kind of special gel you can get, like where you get like a mold of the nail and you put it like under, and then like you let it set or something and you take it off. And then you can like sand it down. I've seen that, but I feel like that would take a lot of equipment. I think you need like the UV light, I think, like a good one. I got a cheap ass one from Daiso and it doesn't do shit. Oh, that's what it is, polygel. The only thing though, only reason why is like, even if I could maybe get all this stuff together and get better, the only reason why I don't is I actually kind of prefer the press on is because, so when they, because you can even see right now they're starting to kind of grow a teensy bit, like just a little bit. They've been on for a week. Is that sometimes the glue weakens and they'll pop off, but they'll still be intact, and I just have to like sand off any of the excess glue and re-glue them back, and they can be like glued back right at the back of the base. So I can kind of like put them back without getting that like outgrown look you can sometimes get with nails, right? And that's the reason why I never just get my nails done at salon. Like even if I had the money to, it's like, because you have to like go in and get it sanded off and then do it all over again. It's like these I can just pop off and just scooch it back in place. It's just so much easier. I only do it just for filming, really. But I finally found glitter is the way to go, man. It's like, I'm just not good with painting my nails because like I'll get the little tiny bit of dust or like some kind of fiber from a piece of clothing, like a little piece of like black or blue fiber will get on my nail when I'm like trying to paint it, and I try to get it off and it like nicks it and I can't fix it, so the only way to fix it is like take it all off and restart. Well, now I found actually for like, at least if I take the fiber off, there's like a little bit of nick. As long as I go over with the glitter, you can't even tell. Like any like fingerprints, smudges, like it's just kind of invisible with the glitter on. Like it covers all the imperfections, and it actually looks even more pretty and glitzier and shinier. And it's just like, oh, I'm going with that now. Going with that. If you're like, what if it's a good thing I missed the bot message? Maybe. At least, yeah, it had a link this time too, which I'm getting a little bit worried. Because before, the bots, they weren't putting links in. So I was like, kind of letting them like, okay, here, boot you off. But I'm actually debating if I should start turning links off in chat. Because we usually have links open because other artists and crafters come in here. And I like people being able to like easily just share their, what do you call it? Like their Instagram pages, their coffee pages, their Etsy's, you know, stuff like that. I need to watch a tutorial on how to make like a permanent link. I think you can set up how long you want it to, right? Because I don't want to do no 60-second or 90-second. Like I want to give it like a good like maybe like 2 minutes for someone to go grab a link. Because like I've had that panic where like I'm in 9.5's stream there, and I come in with a raid and it's like, oh, share your Instagram or something, and I'm like trying to desperately grab the link from somewhere. I feel like especially back then, like they didn't have like the share profile link, because I would have to like try to open it on Chrome, grab it and come back, and you know, trying to do it on the phone is just so clunky. Like it's so time consuming because you're waiting for this one, you're waiting for Chrome to open, you're waiting for this page to load, and all that, and then you come back and the permit link they gave you is already like timed out, and then she just like sends it again. So I want to make it long. I want to make at least 2 minutes. I feel like, I guess that'd be like what, 100. Like 120 seconds, I guess. Well, my mistake is that I chose the longest press-on nails every time, and I end up hating it because I can barely do anything. I need old grandma press-on nails. The short French tip. Oh, the funny thing is, Miss Anthony, these are actually... Oh, wait, we gotta send in the emotes. Yo, what's up, Chronic Jay? How you doing? Thank you. We got all the summer set up. We got our party chick. She is out. Actually, I should say party chicks now, because now we got both of them. They're just both enjoying. This was her original floaty, until we made the little rainbow, what do you call it, unicorn floaty. So now we got 2 party chicks in here. Wait, is it quiet? It's so loud on my end, though. That's weird, because like I could really hear that, and usually if I can hear it really loud, that means it's loud for you guys. Was that actually the Rick roll? Was that quiet for y'all? Maybe I have to adjust it on the stream elements end. Oh, because it was loud in here. But Miss Anthrop, these are actually kind of long. They're like the really long almond tips, and I could not do anything with them. I think if you do normal crochet, you can, because actually sometimes long nails help with regular crochet. But for me, it was so hard to like pick up like little things like the you know, a needle or something, or like trying to hold on to something, because they're not your actual nail, so it's kind of flimsy. So I actually cut them, and then I sand them down to like more of a smaller almond tip. Like this is the length I think I like. This is like the maximum I will go. They still look nice. You still get a little bit of length to them, but they're rounded. They're not as sharp. I feel like they look much more elegant, I feel like, because I loved when they were really long, but I just couldn't do shit with them. I couldn't do anything with them at all. And also they stay on longer too when they're shorter. I think when they were longer, a lot of pressure was on it, so they like would pop off more. Now they stay on really good. I've only had the dumps pop off this week, and they were easy to glue back on. Because sometimes if I glue them on too good and they pop off, like sometimes they'll break in half and I have to like put a whole new nail. Yeah, like no matter how I get my nails done, they don't stay for all more than a week. That's why I started doing myself as cheaper. Exactly, now we blew one. That's why I was like, I tried doing my own natural nails, and I just wasn't doing it. And Aerial Monkey says, I'm so impressed with my crocheters, I can't do it for the life of me. Oh, but Aerial Monkey, the secret is, it does take time, because I didn't even start doing tiny crochet till like 2015. That's when I started. And I had to work my way down. Sport weight yarn was the way. Oh, yeah, what's up, Pink Stuff? And also, good evening. Actually, it's gonna be evening soon for us. It's like already almost 4 p.m. I got me my first coffee of the day. I know, I was like debating if I should go get another cold brew today on the way home, but I was like, nah. What's up, Crazy Mako? How you doing? Oh my god, I have a light. Wait, hold on, let me catch on the chat real quick. I feel like I missed some people's chat. Let me go back up, because like, the Pokemon community game thingy, like really jacked up. Oh, that's when me and my siblings would play. Oh, I think I've heard of Jackbox. Yeah, Jackbox games. I would give myself names like Nintendo 64, Nintendo Switch, Nintendo Wii. Okay, that's freaking genius though. Kongo says, how long have I been crocheting for? I've been crocheting since I was 11 or 12, actually, now that I can't remember. I just know I was at like about 6th, 7th grade age. It was when I just gotten homeschooled. So I was either, I can't remember if it was the first, well, actually, you know what, now I think about it, might have been 12 actually. Because I always think it's when I first got homeschooled, but then I remembered I actually I just didn't come back after Christmas break, for my first year of middle school, and that's when I was 11. I might have been 12 actually. I've been telling everyone I've been doing since 11. To kind of be fair though, I did get the kit though when I was 11. I got it for my 11th birthday. So I should say more I attempted at 11, but my grandmother formally taught me at 12, like that following winter. But I didn't even do amigurumi till like 2014, because I didn't even know what amigurumi was. Of course I discovered after high school. I could have had a whole amigurumi black market, man. Okay, let's go down, make sure. Ooh, a bit on the wholesome side of things. There was this bathroom in high school that had depressing stuff written on the walls, doors, and near the end of my high school life, I wrote something wholesome. I forgot what it was, but, right, that went against all the negative things, right? I do sometimes wonder, though, if, like, they're using it as, like, the bathroom wall is like a diary, maybe? Like, get out the negative feelings, because that's what I've always heard where people say, like, write down your negative feelings to kind of, like, expel it out of you or something. It could have been, like, maybe that's what they were doing, but it's always still good to have, like, someone write something nice, because if people read that, then they can internalize the negative stuff for the other people. It's probably why it's better to write negative things down in, like, your own private journal rather than in a public space. Yeah, that's what I thought, like, the acrylics take time and skill. Probably my sister could do it, because she's a nail tech. But that's still my only thing is, like, I think, oh, thank you, Pink Stuff. Love the nails. Like, I'm actually, like, it's actually my normal pink. Like, it's a very pale pink, color. And then I did, like, the goldish glitter. I didn't even know the glitter was gold, actually. I was a bit worried that it was gonna be, like, more cool toned. But when I put it on, I was like, oh, they're golden flecks. So it actually worked perfectly. I think it's gonna be my go-to, because I just did blue a while back. And it's sad, it was such a pretty shade of blue, but it didn't look good on my nails, unfortunately. Like, it just did not go with my skin tone, which is really weird. And it's weird, too, because I actually have, like, a blue shirt that shade, but everyone actually compliments me when I wear it, though. They said, like, my red hair pops, my blue eyes pop more when I wear it. So it looks good on me when I wear that blue shirt, but it doesn't look good when I wear blue nails, or at least that shade of blue. Like, I've had dark blue nails that seem to work really well with me. There's something about, like, it was almost the same shade as this right here. It was like this shade of blue, little bucket hat. That's actually almost the perfect shade. So I'm thinking maybe it was too cool toned, I don't know, or like maybe I should have gotten like a lighter shade, like a very pale pastel blue might work maybe. But right now we're just working on the little roof part for this. We're getting like all the big pieces done, like the time consuming pieces, before we start working on like the little smaller decorative items. And I also want to make like another cute, what do you call it, like umbrella. I need to make an umbrella pattern. I never got to that actually, now that I think about it, last year. Because last year I started making like little beach umbrellas. We actually had the classic white and red umbrella, like what you see on the emoji. And I believe Clochin has that. I sent them as a little freebie when I gave them their little pushing setup, because they were one of my first few commissioners. Oh, what's the coffee today? Today, just like a plain latte. I didn't add any of my not oatmeal. I mean my vanilla today, because I just now know the bottle's like about halfway down, and I have not made a syrup with it. I'm like, okay, the rest of this needs to be saved for syrup. I can't be just putting straight up vanilla extract in each of my coffees, because it actually uses it too much. I need to like spread it out. I do have some honey though, so maybe I should start making like honey lattes. I've been using it for golden milk though. I've been trying to get myself to drink golden milk at least every other night if I can remember it. I was gonna have it last night, but then I had brushed my teeth. And I was like, dang it, because it would not have tasted well after like, you know, brushing with like, especially like high fluoride toothpaste. Oh shoot, you guys got ads? Okie dokie. I gotta look at cute like little video play when an ad plays. Let me also make sure this is still 25. I feel like it's getting a bit shorter on this end. Yeah, I feel like, you see that guys, right? Like it's kinda bending, so let me check this is still 25. I might have to frog actually. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh shoot, we're like 2 stitches short. Uh-oh. That's not good. Aw. How did I miss like 2 stitches? Got 7 heads this time? Oh yeah, it's at the 30-minute mark. That's probably why. Always like ads start at the first 30 minutes. Then after that, it's like every hour. But yeah, it plays like a crap ton at once though. So it's kind of meant to be like more my, my big, like I go take a break or something. But it kind of sucks up for that first 30 minutes. So I really wish they would just play it on the first hour. I don't know why they gotta play within the first 30 minutes. But at least I got pre-rolls turned off, so when people come in, they don't gotta worry. But I gotta frog this. I just counted. I'm short 2 stitches, so I skipped somewhere. Because I was noticing, like, I was like, why is it like going in this direction? It's supposed to be 25. And yep, I fricked up somewhere. So let me see. I'm trying to see where I messed up. I think, yeah, it looks like it's still skewing right there, so I'm probably messed up there. Let me check on this round. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, we got 23 here, but we're still short. Wait, no, we're still short 2. Wait, no, we were short 3 because I counted 22 for the other one. So, oh, we were 3 short. Yikes. Where did I mess up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I forgot to go with this last one right here. That's why. Dang. Oh, you guys. Okay, good. That leads you guys back. Ooh, finally at the next part of the pants. Got the 2 panels made, but now just gotta connect them. Oh, you'll definitely have to show us a picture when you're done though, Chronic J. Can't wait to see. I had my nails done. I've had my nails in their flimsy thinness. Right, mine too. Like, mine can grow, but once they get to like a nice point, they start to chip. I wish I had my grandmother's one. My sister's lucky. She inherited our grandma's nails, cause she's got like rock hard, really healthy nails. And the weird thing is, I know some people say like, usually how good your nails are depends on your health, right? But my grandmother, even when she got cancer again for the 2nd time, right before she passed, her nails were still rock hard and gorgeous. Like, and they were her real natural nail too. They weren't fake nails, because they weren't polished or anything. They're just her natural grown nails. They're a little bit, I think they're about like this long, just a little bit longer than this, but she always had them nice and shaped and almond. But yeah, it's like, cause my mom, like, I feel like she's pretty healthy, but like she's always had like thin, flimsy nails, and I definitely inherited that from her. Oh, really? The Rick Ross thing was really quiet? I feel like it plays so loud on this side. Hold on, let me open up sound alerts maybe? I know you can also control the volume there, but I also lower the browser source altogether. Maybe it's too low on there. I was trying to put sound alerts in SoundCloud, and then use SoundCloud. Not logged in, it's probably gonna make me log in. I haven't logged in a while. Yep. Did I take it off here? Maybe it's the trigger fire, but I thought you couldn't make it for channel point redeems. See, when I Google, okay, there we go. Because when I went to channel points, it kept saying like an error has occurred. I'm like, okay, where is it? Oh yeah, the volume is very low. I'll raise that. I'll just raise it to 100%. Okay, let's try it now, and you guys tell me if it's too loud. Can you guys hear that now? Really? I raised the volume? What the heck? There's no save button anymore either, like it seems to do like an automatic update thing. Huh. See, I don't know what the heck's wrong with that then. It's almost like, I've noticed with like stream alert or sound alerts, like it kind of doesn't matter what you do with the volume button, it doesn't do shit. Like if you had a loud alert and you try lowering it, it doesn't do shit, and then you have a quiet alert and you try to raise it, it doesn't do shit. So I don't know what's going on with this thing. Maybe I just need to like de-gut it and re-add it or something. Oh, really? Is the beach sound louder? Oh, really? Are they... Hold on, let me lower the beach noise a little bit. Is that a bit better? Hopefully. Yo, what's up, Mystic Lagoon? How you doing? Yo, what's up, Humanoid? Let's see. That's crazy that the beach waves were louder, because like I looked at yesterday's VOD, so I haven't changed anything from yesterday's VOD, and my voice was quite loud compared to like the music and waves, so I was like quite happy with it. I was like, okay, good, people can still hear me. But yeah, apparently, I don't know. Let me check. I didn't actually lower my microphone, did I? Nope. Oh, maybe it's because the desktop audio is low. That's probably it, I guess. So apparently some alerts have been like very, very, very loud, unfortunately. Let me see how loud. I guess let me make, because sound alerts was also a little bit lowered, so I'm gonna raise it. It probably won't let me play it though, because it's probably going on cooldown. Okay, so it was a bit better. So at least that's some improvement. But I remember one time we had a really loud alert, and like no matter I even like took the bar down to 0 and people played, and it was still blaring loud. And apparently the sound bar or like the volume bar was just not doing anything on the sound alert side. It was so bizarre. It's like a weird mix of having to juggle, you know, how it is on coming out on like your end, but also like their end as well. It's like, because you have to also control things through OBS. Okay, let's see. I forgot where I joined on. I guess I joined on here, on this side. Oh, playing Fairy Farm, so have a good lurk. Oh, I think I've heard that one. One. Tricky part is that this like little yarn tail is very little. I gotta make sure I do 25 because I was short by 1 there, and I must have dropped another. I guess each round I kept dropping off other stitches, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to count for this one, make sure I'm getting them all in. That's one thing I do kind of hate about like tiny back and forth crochet. It's so easy to accidentally drop a stitch when you're working back and forth. It's not so bad when going in the round. But something about, I don't know what it is, something about working back and forth. It kind of messed it all up. I think this is 5, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we got 5 down. So how's the great weather? It's 35 here this week. Oh man, oh you guys are like 5 degrees higher than us. It's 30 today, though it was 31 a lot last week. Oh, Kimono, I gotta ask you, was it like, how was the spring in Japan? Like, was it really chilly for you? Because the funny thing that what happened was, so not last week, but the week before last week, it was still quite chilly. Like, it was chilly even in the beginning of June. I was getting a little concerned. I'm like, it's never been this cool in June here in Korea, especially in Busan. It's supposed to have already been sweltering. We had a quite chilly April and May, and a teensy bit of June. And, well, it wasn't like chilly like during the day, but it felt really good during the day, but it'd be like cold as crap at night. Like, it would go back down to, I think like 15 Celsius at nighttime. It'd be like 17 to 20 during the day. So it felt really good, had a nice chilly breeze. It was perfect. And then all of a sudden, it literally went from like 20 Celsius one day to like 31 the next. Like, it just jumped, and summer came at us like, bam. Like, it was like all of a sudden, let's see, oh, it was like 20, oh, I was kind of calling 20 Celsius, not chilly, I should say. But you know what I mean? But it was 20 for so long, though. It was 20 for, like, even the beginning of June. Usually by June, it would have been, like, 25 or 26. You know what I mean? Like, that's why it was, like, so sudden. It was, like, it kept, like, a nice 20 Celsius during the day, and it'd be, like, 15 to 17 Celsius during the night. Actually, 17 Celsius would feel quite good, but it'd be, like, kind of chilly that I need to bring, like, a sweater with me. And now, you're right. It's like, now that is, damn, right? 2 weeks ago, we had... Oh, really? So yeah, you guys actually... Oh, wow, it was like 9 Celsius at night. That's hella chilly. That's like winter chilly. I remember being chilly just during the day when it would be like 10 Celsius during the winter. But it's like, I don't know what happened. It's just like, we had like a really long spring, thankfully. Which was nice. Usually the spring here is not that long. Usually it's like, feels nice for 2 seconds and then it's going to being hot and sweaty. But we actually kind of got a little bit of an extended spring for once. But it did make me think of the whole global warming also causes like global freezing, and I'm getting like, oh dear. And apparently it's supposed to be the hottest summer on record for Korea, supposedly. I'm like a little bit worried because it was bad last year. I think we got to like, it was mostly 35, but we'd had some days where we like 36 and maybe even 38. I think 38 was the highest it went last year. So I'm a little concerned. And I remember we got like 88 to 91 percentage of humidity. That was ugh. Like, I don't know what's with the humidity we get, right? Like, especially Japan. Japan was like really humid when we went. I went in August, the second time we went to Osaka to get my visa again. It was hot. Like, it was worse than Memphis, I think. But at the same time, though, you guys get like colder. Same with Korea. They get much colder winters than Memphis did in America. Like, it would hardly snow at all. It'd be like, I'm not sure what this is in Celsius, but it's like 40 Fahrenheit to 45 for the most of our winter in Memphis. Like, it would hardly get cold enough to snow. But like, it gets snowy in Japan, right? And it gets snowy in Korea. Not really Busan though, unfortunately. We did get like a sprinkle of snow this winter. Like, it snowed for 2 seconds. Like, you could barely see it. I was like, oh my god, it's snowing! And that was it. That was literally just a couple dusting, little bit of dust. Probably flew over from Seoul, maybe. Like, we barely got anything. Oh, you guys got 40 plus on the feels weather? Ooh, right? Like, I can just only imagine how hot it is. I hope we got like one of those. Ah, shit. Mr. Coffee gave, like, I had one, but then Mr. Coffee gave it, but we gave it to his mom. And I thought she was gonna give it back, but she doesn't give it back since it's one of those really cool electric ones that you can, like, charge with a USB. Oh my god, it was actually nice, because I remember we used to have, like, those little electric fans that would be on battery power, like, the little batteries could change out, but they were kind of weak. But, like, these new ones here in Korea, like, obviously it's, like more than a decade later, so I'm gonna guess they're better than what we had in the 2000s, but they were really nice. Especially some actually have it where you can like fill in like a little bit of water and it'll spray a bit of water on you where you don't get wet, but you get like that nice like mist to it. Oh, I'm jealous. Pink stuff is like 18 Celsius, but it will get to 7 Celsius tonight. Right? Like, it feels great during the day, but it gets, that sounds cold as heck though at night. Oh, I bought a new one this year, bigger and better. Oh, is it like those little portable ones? It was so cute too. It was like white with like little bunny ears. And it was like about like this big, so you could like, and it had like the little lanyard on it, so you could like carry it on your neck. And I loved it so much because I was going back and forth. But it was we gave it to her at the end of when I was finished at the school, so I kind of didn't really need it anymore. But I'm like, dang it, I kind of wish we just got her another one. So maybe I'm gonna try have Mr. Coffee buying another one. And they're like, we gave your mom the other one. I need a new one now. The thing is, I don't really go out that much now, because that was the reason why he got it for me, was because I was going every day to the school, especially like I would come home. At least when Mr. Coffee, like when he goes to work, it's morning time, and when he comes home, it's like evening, so it's like still hot, but not that bad. But when I would come home, it was like right in the middle of the afternoon. I think we got off at like 12:50, I think. So it was like sky high in the sun. It was the worst time of day to get off. It was a battle coming home every day. It's just like, man, that was like, that's some PTSD from the journey. Like, not the class itself, but just from the traveling to and from the journey. I'm like, oh my god, I can't. How do Korean people do this? It's so hot. Also, welcome in, Jessica, and welcome in, Nifty. Like, hi, YouTube side. Yeah, we're doing restreaming one. Oh, I do want the mist one, right? Yeah, I need to get a mist one, because that's the only thing is, like, maybe I could upgrade this year and get the one that sprays mist on it. Because I do still have to come home from the gym during the day, but that depends if we can start going early. The problem is trying to wake up at 5 in the morning is a bit hard for Mr. Coffee. Let's see, only here 40 centers left for the blanket. Ooh, you're getting so close. Let's see. Oh, it's 5:15 p.m. now. Oh, so it's 18 Celsius now. So what was it like during the middle of the day? Was it a little bit warmer, like maybe 19 or 20? That's another thing too. Like, you're right in there in full suits and stuff. I'm just like, and how do they look so presentable to work too? Because I felt so. That was one thing humanoid that with the class is that I felt so yucky about was that all these other girls would be looking cute. They'd be wearing the cutest dresses and their hair and makeup would look nice. And I tried to do that. I would like try and like, I'd just be a sweaty, like little groggy mess. Like, I would look great when I'm getting ready, and as soon as I walk out and start sweating, my hair gets all ratty and deflated and frizzy. My makeup starts sweating off, and I wouldn't even put that much makeup on, but what little eyeliner I would put on would start like dripping down the corners of my eye, and it's just like, ooh. And any like concealer I put starts getting like patchy. Right, he works hard, so he needs his sleep, definitely. Like, he did Yagun yesterday, like, in stream. I actually thought he was at the gym, because he was supposed to go to the gym last night. Turns out they made him do Yagun, so he had no time to go to the gym. And so we're like, okay, well, we'll try to go get him this morning. But he was so tired from yesterday's Yagun, so I let him sleep in. I was like, I could go later today. Just the problem is it's getting kind of hard. Even when I go early, like, even when I go, like, 9:30, it's kind of hot by, like, 10:30 when I leave. I'm actually thinking I might just start going, because I'm kind of scared. I don't want to run into the guy again at the gym. Like, I don't know what his intentions were, but it was just like, I don't want to go at that time unless it's with Mr. Coffee, because Mr. Coffee wants to confront the dude. Right, I can put on full makeup in 10 minutes, it's gone. I'm full sweat, almost dead. Right, I just looked like a bum for that summer. I just started, like, wearing breezy flannel, what do you call it? Like those button-ups, because the problem is if I wore a t-shirt, you could see like the sweat stains and everything. So thankfully I do have a cotton 1% cotton flannel that actually feels comfortable to wear, and it's actually kind of good too because it kind of protects your skin when you walk. The red one I have is a little bit too thick, so I kind of save that one more for like fall and winter, but this like green one is very like for spring and summer. It's too thin actually for the winter. But wait, did I ever tell you Humanoid, or the guy at the gym who kind of made me a little bit uncomfortable? He tried to pull the old "I want to practice my English" line on me, and I'm like, I'm not falling for that bullshit. I don't know, did they do the same in Japan? Where randomly a guy will come up to you and they'll ask like, hey, I really want to practice my English. Can we go back to your place? Like that kind of thing. Like he tried using that on me, and I'm like I was really caught off guard because the sad thing is I lost my damn wedding ring, so I don't have my wedding ring out. So I don't really blame him. He didn't know I was married. Because at least once I told him I was married, he did seem to kind of back off. But yeah, in Korea, if a dude comes up to you and they want to, like, because in the Korea, they really don't do the small talk to strangers thing. They don't really come up to strangers, really. Like, even if they do want to talk to you, they, like, just kind of outright avoid it. It's kind of like an introvert's paradise here, honestly. I love it. And I've never had really anyone approach me because I usually don't look very approachable in public, especially at the gym. I don't be looking cute when I go to the gym, mind you. I was wearing my sweatpants, my oversized t-shirt. I'm also I'm a bit overweight for my size. Like I'm a size 12, right? Which I know is not super huge, but that's pretty normal by American standards. I'm 5'6", a size US 12. But in Korea, like according to my mother-in-law, I'm a big old whale. You know, apparently according to her. And she like lost her shit when I was a size 10 actually. Like when I came to Korea, I had actually worked really hard to lose weight, and I was a size 10, and she still called me a fat. Not to my face, but like she complained in Korean right in front of my face to my husband, like, why did you marry such a fat woman? And she at the time thought I couldn't understand. Like, yeah, I couldn't understand most Korean, but I could understand that's for sure. And right, like you're just being a mid-sized girl, it's just fat for them, unfortunately. So that's one thing I do kind of like though, is that I don't normally get approached. I don't really have to worry about guys bothering me, so I'm kind of considered too big for them anyway, which is kind of nice. But he comes up to me, he's like, excuse me, can I ask you a question? And I was really worried that he was going to try to ask me for like that I actually have proof that I have membership here or some bull crap, which is kind of stupid because like when it's that early, the gym trainers are not in, so you have to like use a fingerprint thing to unlock the door. So I thought he was gonna like, I'm like the only foreigner here, so I thought maybe he thought I was like just encroaching in on the gym without having a membership. It turns out that's not what he wanted. That was what I thought he wanted. But what turns out what he wanted, he's like, I would like to really practice my English. Do you live anywhere around here? And he kind of nodded his head towards the door, like if he wanted to leave now. He didn't suggest to go to a cafe. He didn't exactly suggest going back to my place, but I think it was like, what? But why would you ask if I live near here? You know what I mean? And then like nod your head toward the door, like want to leave now. It was so weird, like just all of a sudden. And mind you, this was not an ugly guy. He was actually quite good looking. He was a bit older. I didn't know he was older, but what I'm about to tell you though confirmed that he was actually a little bit older than Mr. Coffee. I thought he was about Mr. Coffee's age actually. But like he was fit, he was good looking, so he was not like some creepy incel actually. So that's why it also threw me off guard. I'm like, why would this good looking guy come up and act like humanoid? When I go to the gym, I look like Miss Trenchbull from Matilda. I got an ugly old bun, and I was sweating. I don't got any makeup on. I even had some like zits on my face that day because like I was having a bit of a breakout. Oh, gotta go help my mother-in-law, but I will leave you on lurk. Okay, have a good lurk, Nami. I like how Pink Stuff's like, what? No way. Right, Pink Stuff? Yeah. If you're just mid-size here, you're considered fat, unfortunately. And I just wanted to laugh so hard at my mother-in-law face. It's like, honey, come to America. Like, I am normal size. I am not like gigantic. Because she always says like it's about health or something. And it's like, lady, I'm like the regular average size in America. I'm like pretty decently healthy, except for my gastritis, but that's caused by taking too much ibuprofen, unfortunately. I was like, that's like really the only health problem I really have. Like, I don't have diabetes. I do have slightly mild blood pressure, but that's because I'm so, what do you call it, sedentary throughout the day. That's not really due to my diet, because I actually don't take a lot of salt. I've actually been trying to reduce my salt for quite some time. You're like, sorry, I have a butt. Yeah, that's another thing too. I'm also pear-shaped too, humanoid, so they always point that out, like, whoa, your leg is so huge, kind of thing. Right, but you're like only 3, because like 3X is actually pretty, especially for like, guys, isn't it like really normal, I think? Wait, no, I'm thinking I think Piglet's a dude. Wait, are you I never remember Pink Stuff. Are you female or male? I can never remember. Because we had somebody else who is also a dude, and they were like, that could be Piglet though, I'm thinking of, because I always get you and Piglet mixed up sometimes, because both your usernames are pink. Oh, okay, but, right, but that's kind of normal for a woman too, especially if you have kids, or if you're older. Like, it's hard to be, like, the weight just doesn't come off very easily when you get older, you know? Like, even now, I can notice now I'm in my, like, late 20s, almost 30s. You have to like work twice as hard now just to get any weight to come off. Like when I was younger, like if I just worked really hard, I didn't even have to change my diet. I just had to work out more and the weight would kind of come off a little bit, but enough to make a difference. Now it's like, I'm like going to the gym consistently and like nothing's changed. And I've even changed my diet a little bit. But I probably do need to drink more water though. I will say I did go down like 2 kilograms in the whole like 2.5 months, so there's a little bit of progress, thankfully. But like this dude though is like very fit, right? Like I kind of feel like I'm out of his league. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of sus when someone really good looking comes up to you and they want to ask you out or something. Like it feels so fake. It feels like there's an ulterior motive, right? And I'm like a little bit kind of concerned, and I'm like, what the heck? What does this dude want? And then I kind of like look to him and I look out the window. I'm like, well, I just kind of came here. Plus, I think my husband would be mad if I left too early, because like we're paying for a membership. If I left today, that would be like a day of like not getting our money's worth. And he's like, oh, you're married. Is your husband Korean? And I told him yes. And that's when I think that's when he actually looked a little bit worried. He's like, okay. And then after that, I also told him, I lied about my age, guys. I actually told him I'm also kind of old. I'm 36, which I know 36 is not old, but you know, like just like those, like, it's kind of my little tactic against, you know, those manosphere dudes who be like, oh my god, women hit the wall after 25. So my little tactic is to be like, okay, I hit the wall. What you gonna do about it? You gonna arrest me? Like, I think what they do is they try to like use it so to try to make you lower your standards. So I'm gonna just agree with them. Like, not actually, you know what I mean? Like, you're like to their face, you're agreeing with them. Like, yeah, I'm old. What you gonna do about it? Like that kind of thing. So I was trying to discourage him, be like, oh, sorry, I'm also kind of old. Like, I feel like I'm not what you're looking for, buddy. You want like some young gal. Like, go overweight, right? And guess what? He's like, ma'am, I'm actually quite a bit older than you. And not to mention, he didn't question the age. So I was like, oh, nice to know I actually do pass for 36. Then again, I kind of passed for 30 even when I was 16, unfortunately. I'm one of those people who just have like a older face. I think it's because I have hooded eyes. Like, something about like when you have hooded eyes, it just makes you look much more mature, I think. Not like an old, because like I don't have like crow's feet yet, thankfully. But something about hooded eyes always make you look more serious. You know what I mean? Right, I usually pass for 35. But the fact that he said he was older than 36, because Mr. Coffee's 35, I'm like, oh, you old dude. Like, when I looked at him again, I'm like, oh, I can, like, not from his face, because he's had really good skin, but, like, you can tell from his hairstyle and his style that, yeah, he's an older Korean man. From, like, the more maturity kind of aspect about him, I'm like, oh, you're one of those, like, good-looking older Korean ajashis. Like, he's probably in his 40s, I bet. It's really hard to tell here because, like, they do be looking a whole lot younger. Like, people who I thought, like, old ladies who I thought were in their 60s were actually in their 80s. Like, that's how good the genes are here. But, yeah. Yeah, I lie about my age and name, right? Exactly. Yeah, women too have to be safe. And I asked about with my husband, he actually said they don't care about, like, your age and weight. Well, maybe about your age a little bit, but they said, like, if they see a foreign girl, they will try to sleep with them. Like, just to say to their friends that they slept with a foreign girl. And I'm just like, ugh. Right? Like, I'm just like some kind of weird commodity to this dude. Like, ugh. Right? Hooded eyes with purple spots, that's my secret. Right? I actually have the opposite effect. I don't really have dark circles under my eye, but I have noticed, I bet you anything, I'm gonna be one of those old people who have like the opposite effect where it's like too white under their eyes. I don't know what that's called, but it looks really weird too. Oh, and I also have these like lines. You know, like how some people have like a line, like, you know, like Tachi, right? Like from Naruto, right? Like Sasuke's brother, how they had these lines coming down his nose, like on the sides of his nose, under his eye. And apparently that's just how his face is shaped, because he was young in the thing. And I have that too. And I've also seen other ladies who have it. And I've had them since I was a kid. Like, it's not like an aging thing. It's just how my face looks. But it does kind of make me look a bit older. It kind of has, like, gives me more of that, like, sunken in look for my eye. I don't really see it that much in real life, like when I'm looking into the mirror. But it's, like, super obvious in photos, so unfortunately. Right, this is my secret. I have, Japanese, that every 4 months sends me a message. Oh no! Well, it wanted to sleep with me, but the day you'd be like, you know, dude, come if you want it, and then he canceled. What? Chicken? Huh? Oh my god! Like right there, like they're just more ballsy on the internet. That's why I was a little bit worried, because usually a lot of these Korean dudes try to do this more, not in IRL, but like on the internet more in Hello Talk. If you've ever heard of, I can't remember if Hello Talk is for all, I think it's for all languages. I don't think it's just for Korean and English exchange. I think it's for like any foreign language. And on the Korean side, like they will be like, a girl's like trying to like, hey, I'm gonna come to Korea and I also want to practice my Korean. And a Korean guy would be like, oh cool, me too, I want to practice my English. And then the guy would be like, as soon as they meet up, he's like, well, aren't we gonna go do something? And like the girl would be like, several of the same stories just talked over and over again. And from so many different girls' perspective. I watch CC's Lesson 3 on YouTube. She's so funny and cute. But she has like people who, she's got like a little thing where people like can email them her stories in Korea, and she'll like read them out loud on her YouTube. And like you just hear like the same old tired trope over and over again. Poor foreign girl wants to learn Korean, meets up with Korean dude, and Korean dude wants to do the horizontal tango. And they act surprised when the foreign girl like says no. They think, actually, it's so bizarre. It's actually kind of disheartening when you hear them. They think that all American girls are just easy peasy. And it's just like, no. Some of them have standards. Some of us, like, and not to say that, like, if you are able to, like, if you're fine hooking up, that's, like, your own prerogative. Like, doesn't mean you don't have standards. But some of us, like, we're, like, too uncomfortable to sleep with a stranger. You know what I mean? Like, some people are more adventurous than us. We're, like, scared little introverts. We don't even want to go outside half the time. Oh my god, really? Hello Talk is famous in Japan too? Is it like for the same thing? And oh shit, we got a Gyarados. Hold on. Alright, it's like, oh my god. I usually don't have been going for the Pokemon lately, but if it's like something good, like especially tier 8, especially if it's like the OG Pokemon, I try to go for it. I think I have one, but I love how it's called an atrocious Pokemon. What the heck? That's my first time seeing that, an atrocious Pokemon. They couldn't say like dragon type, they couldn't say water type, or I guess it says water type, but like, what does it mean by atrocious? Since when did Gyarados become atrocious? Really? Guys like the same rules as just easy sex? Ugh. I know, right? It's like so dumb. And like they get like Pikachu shocked face when the girl says no. Oh my god, there was one unhinged, like, thankfully the girl who sent the, story to CC Lesson 3, she took screenshots of the, chatting, and this one dude, wanted her to immediately come over that night to meet, and she's like, I'm fine meeting in public. So this girl was fine to meet up. And to be fair, this was not English exchange, or, like, language exchange, this was actually, like, a Tinder thing. But she's like, I'm fine to meet up, but I want to meet up in a public place, I don't want to meet at your home. And he got all mad, like, why not? Why don't you trust me? He's like, well, we've never met, so, you know, I gotta be cautious. And then he called her a feminist. And it's just like, so I'm a feminist because I don't know who you are and I don't want to get chopped up to a million pieces in case you end up being, like, a serial killer or something? Like, it's like, god dang. I know there's a bit of a problem with the whole, like, ugh, man, dudes here do not like if you bring up feminism. To be fair, there are some, like, really crazy feminazi groups here as well. So I thought they were just talking about those kind of, you know, not like regular feminists, but that dude was, like, unhinged. Like, bro, that's just like a normal safety thing. And also, they should, like, I don't know, I hate how guys never think of their own safety, because I hear also countless stories of guys who are meeting up with girls on Tinder just for it to be like, they're actually just getting, like, what do you call it, mugged by a group of dudes who just had, like, one girl pretend to be on there. It's like, dudes, y'all need to be safe too. Like, you gotta be careful when you meet strangers. Like, girls ain't the only ones that gotta worry about anything. Like, there'd be some unhinged people out there using it to, like, mug you and, like, carjack you and everything. Right, this was supposed to be offensive. Wait, is this supposed to be offensive, right? It's like, it's so weird. Like, the fact that I don't want to meet you, a stranger I've never met, like, because they haven't met yet. And, like, I guess they're, like, I guess they're angry, because I guess they think, like, Tinder's only for hooking up. Which I guess basically it is now, honestly. It's actually kind of sad, because someone talked about how actually dating apps were a lot more wholesome back in the day. Like, yes, they were used for hookups too back then, but I think a lot more people found their, like, other match in the beginning stages of, like, when you, like, think back of, like, old-timey, like, early 2000s dating apps and dating sites. It was kind of like a spot for, like, kind of, you know, shy, introverted people to, like, kind of, you know, maybe there's no one they vibe with in their hometown, and they want to look for maybe people, like, in outside cities, like, near them, and they found, like, their one. I feel like that was much more common back then than it is now. Now it's become such a cesspool of, like, hookup culture only. Oh my god, I heard that humanoid! I heard about the government-funded dating app. Oh my god, 'cause I watch Bourbon Bougie. And she spilled the tea on that one. Oh my god, that was like the most ridiculous thing. Like, the government will do anything but actually fix the damn social problems. Oh, what's up, sir, girl? How you doing? Wait, did you come in? Oh, I almost missed you coming in. Like, you got buried under all the Pokemon stuff. I like how Circle's like, the frick? The frick? What the heck? Right, you heard that right, Circle. The Japanese government, instead of actually fixing the actual societal economical issues, they're like, let's make a dating app. Like, I swear, these old fogies, their brains are so dead rot. Like, why are they still politicians? Get them out of here. You've already hit the dementia line, my boy. Like, you are too old. You can't, like, oh my god. I know they're probably not really that stupid. They just would rather, it's more like they're, what do you call, like, beating around the bush, you know, kind of crap. And I was like, dude, this is still bad. The problem is your men. I know, right? And the sad thing is for even the good men, though. Because I feel like the good men in Japan are probably, like, just overworked. Because that's the big one over there. It's, like, the working culture. But at the same time, though, like, the societal expectation that the woman has to not only take care of the home, now it's also to work, too. Because now you're kind of seen as a lazy bum if you want to be, like, a stay-at-home mom. Which is really weird. So you can't just be, like, a stay-at-home wife or mom. You also got to work still. You gotta take care of the kids, and then when his parents get old, you gotta take care of them, and you're also expected to take care of your own parents. Like, that is crazy for, like, the wife to be expected to, like, take care of her parents and his parents. Like, I think you guys should be able to take care of your own parents. Like, she takes care of hers, and you take care of yours. Like, why does she gotta take care of your parents, especially if she's still working? Like, that's crazy. Okay, been looking for a few. Oh, and also humanoid, another weird thing I found. Well, this is not anything the thing with, like, the whole dating thing, but, like, you know, like, the weird 90s, was it 80s? 80s and 90s, like, you know the schoolgirl, like, gym uniform that you see so much in anime? I think they call them buruma. Like, where it looks like they're wearing, like, bathing suit bottoms. I did not know that was mandatory. And apparently they got like the boys didn't have to wear it, but the old fogies, like the higher ups in the school system, made it mandatory for girls because they're like, oh my god, like, oh, they said they were inspired by this gymnast, so they required the girls to wear it. But like, why didn't you require the boys to wear it? Because they were like, it's for maximum like athleticism, which is really funny because like, you mostly want the kids to concentrate on school and stuff, right? Like, sure, it's good to get a good workout, but you're not trying to make a fleet of gold star gymnast medalists. You know what I mean? Like, it's so weird. And it was so disgusting. Thankfully, they got rid of them. They banned them. But like, oh, and they were selling them too. When they finally got banned and people were buying them, it's like so disgusting. I'm like, I barely take care of me. Wait, really? There's actually some schools that still use it? That's nasty. Because they're so underage. And not to mention, the weird thing too is like they don't even look good actually. They look quite frumpy. Like it's so bizarre. Like it kind of almost looks like a big giant blue diaper. I'm sorry, but like when I saw one up close, like the material was like really thick and kind of like, the girls said they were the ones who were forced to wear when they were younger, they said they're very itchy. They're like, the material's uncomfortable. Like, so if anything, it actually hindered their athletic abilities. It's so stupid. It was like obviously not made the same material that a leotard's made from. So now I can see the girls can choose oh, for big short. Oh, okay, that's good. So at least I have a choice now. Because I do know sometimes like you do see like track running in the Olympics, they do have like more like bathing suit type bottoms. And I was like, okay, there must be a reason for that, for the athletic rise. But like theirs look different, right? There looks like the Olympians who wear that, it looks more comfortable. Like the material looks better. Whatever they were making for these poor schoolgirls looked absolutely horrendous. Like it just looked uncomfortable as heck. Right, with boy and girl now with same PE uniforms. Oh, it's for aerodynamics. But see, it makes sense because like the stuff I've seen for that the Olympian sprinters were wearing were much more like of like a more breathable, like thinner fabric, while the stuff they made the girls were like this icky, thick, like itchy material. I'm not sure what it was made of, but it did not look comfortable at all. Not to mention like how embarrassing that is, especially when you're like an overweight girl. That's another thing I heard too. They would use it to like shame girls if they were like, you know, gaining a little bit of weight. They'd be like, hey, you need to like flick their leg, be like, the teacher would come over, flick their leg, be like, hey, you need to lose some fat. Like, damn, like, oh my god, I don't know what I'd do growing up in Japan. It sucks because like there's some parts of Japan that look so cool and magical, but my god, it sounds like hell for the people who actually grew up there sometimes. Because I was quite an overweight kid, and thankfully none of the teachers could do that to me, but the fact that it was normal for teachers to do that is wild. It's just, ugh. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Like, I could not. Right, and it makes sense because they're adults too. Exactly, they couldn't consented to it, and they could probably like they probably agree on what kind of uniform they want. Well, these girls had to complain. Like I remember what they would get in trouble if they didn't wear it too. Like if they tried to wear shorts or something, they were like told they had to change or like get a bad grade for PE, and it's just like, whoa. Like, that's just some nasty perv shit right there. Let's see. Yeah, oh, that's another one. Yeah, volleyball. So I guess they use that because it's more comfortable. Right, they do really need to quit the body shaming crap. I think it's gotten a bit better, but it's still really bad over in especially Asian countries, unfortunately. Like, that's why I tell you, Circle, like, when me and Mr. Coffee, we having kids, I ain't having them anywhere near my mother-in-law. I am not about to get fat shamed while pregnant. Nope, 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 nope. Stress is bad for the baby. And that woman brings nothing but stress to me. At least, thankfully, she's been a lot nicer lately. Like, I swear, though, Circle, ever since brother-in-law and, them had the baby, her attention's thankfully gone on him. Like, now she actually bugs the crap out of him now. Like, actually, back when Yunso was first born, she would like, mother-in-law would come over and start nagging him, right? Because usually she would nag my husband because he's the oldest, but now she's nagging him now about just random stuff. And like, he actually texted Mr. Cobb, he's like, bro, what the hell's wrong with mom? She won't leave me alone. And Jung was like, well, she's now doing to you what she did to me. And it's just like, oh, and it's so weird because apparently she's been nicer to me ever since the baby was born, thankfully. So maybe it'd be different, but I still, you know what I mean? Like, I still want to be careful. And also, thank you for the hydrate. You're the first hydrate of the day. Oh no, they're coming back though. The size are shrinking it. Oh god, please no. No, no, no. Oh, I did see like some kind of like, I didn't get to read the article, but I saw like the article headline where they're trying to think to like make Korean girls go to school earlier so they to help with the birth rate. And I was like, wait, what is having the girls go to school early? Like, I'm thinking, wait, do they want pregnant teenagers or some shit? Because that's the thing that it says, like they're trying to like get them to school quicker so they can start popping out babies as soon as they graduate. Like, what? Because like, what's the correlation for that? You know what I mean? Like, how does making a kid go to school earlier make the birth rate go up? You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make sense. Oh, you saw that? I need to read the article though, but like, because it was in a Bourbon Bougie thing, so I just only saw it, so I need to Google the actual article though. But she like circled the headline. I was like, dude. And you know what's funny though? Is also, thank you for the posture check, I almost missed that one. Is that, what do you call it? One thing a lot of Korean guys have problem with here is that the, you know, women here don't have to go to their military, they don't have like military service, right? Well, because of that, women now started getting ahead. It seems like it wasn't a problem before that men had to do their military service. Like the guys were like, well, that's a man's duty. But I think now, because women are now like in the workforce, and so when those dudes are doing their military service, these girls are getting ahead. They're doing their college earlier, and they're like, I guess they're graduating earlier. Like, not even earlier, really. They're just graduating at the normal time, but sadly for the men, it is postponed because of that stupid 2-year service. So they're getting they got like a 2-year bit ahead of the boys, right, in terms of career and college. And I think that's unfair. And I actually do think that's unfair, but I don't think it's more make the women do military service. I think they should actually kind of like get rid of it altogether and just make it meant like in the US where you can like join the military. To be fair, they treat him like shit over here. Like, Mr. Coffee has cigarette burns on his leg from his time doing it. And the thing is, he didn't even do anything wrong. They just used him to make an example to the other recruits. And like, they treat you horribly over here when you're doing your military service, which is like dumb because like you're forced to do it. And the problem is though, is that these young men are like gearing they're angry at the women. Like they're misdirected, like the anger is misdirected, right? Because like women are not the ones who made the rules. They're not the ones who made this law that Korean guys have to do this. So they're kind of have like this resentment building up. That's like one of the big things with the whole like gender war over here. And it's just sad because it's like,
grab some coffee? You want to go
like
get some
they should
coffee
get taken seriously over like the military issue, because it is an issue over here. Also, welcome in, Alice. Alright, and well, they still have that's the thing too, they actually still have better job opportunities. That's the thing. But for some reason they're getting like this kind of like I don't know, it's like as soon as like women start getting some kind of like little bit of like an edge on dudes, that's when they start getting angry, and it's like a little bit crazy. But to be fair, they do treat them like shit in the military. Like, it's horrible. Like, it's not just verbal. Like, it's physical abuse, too. Like, I had Mr. Coffee show cigarette burn on stream. Like, they will hit you, beat you up. Just for the heck of it, they want to, if they feel like it. Like, and they make you do, like, dangerous and stupid tasks. And also the government uses the military as, like, free labor. Like, any kind of natural disaster or anything that happens, they send the military in to clean it up. And they don't get paid, either. Like, the military guys don't get paid for it. They just use them as I think that's why the government doesn't want to relinquish this like mandatory 2-year service. They're not even using these dudes to protect us really, because you're really doing more of your training during this 2-year service. You're really doing more like these menial labor jobs. Like, you're not really doing any actual military stuff, I feel like, except for unless maybe there is like an active like battle going out. But it's like, still, it's like they need to treat them better. I think what they should do is, like, if they still want to keep the mandatory service in place, they should make the dudes get paid well. Like, actually get paid. Like, they do get a little bit of money, but it's like $70 a month. That's it. All that work, and you're only getting $70 a month. And it's only for, like, enough to be able to buy snacks or something. That's it. And maybe a ticket to go visit home during your off days. Let's see. Oh, Brazil's mandatory too, but if you're in school, you don't need to go. See? I don't know why they don't do that too. Like, you can actually be in the middle of your going to college. Like if you go to college right out of high school, you can be like halfway through college, and then you gotta put pause on college and then do the service and then come back, and then you're kind of like out of the loop, right? You gotta like get back into like academics and all that stuff. But the problem is that's the thing, is like I think the anger is like misdirected, and I wish the guys here would kind of understand that, right? Like it's just so weird. Like, why is it like they should be mad at they need to be mad at the man, you know what I mean? Like the man upstairs. Well, not that upstairs, like not God, but I mean like, you know, the higher ups, the rich people, the politicians. Like those are the ones they need to be mad at, not the women. Well, the women are the ones who made the rules. Like it's so dumb. And even then, they still have the better job opportunities, and they still get paid more than the women over here, and they get like the better job positions. But I think the thing is though, I think why they're mad is so now that women are starting to have like their own careers and stuff, a lot of them are kind of foregoing marriage. They're like, hey, I can kind of take care of myself now. Like I don't need a guy to financially rely on. So they still want to date for love and stuff, but like if they're not gonna like settle for someone, you know what I mean? They're not gonna put up with someone who treats them bad just because he has a paycheck. And I think those dudes who have ill intent are really mad, because it seems like the dudes that are good men here, they don't really care that much. They're like, yeah, so what? She's got a good job. I don't care. Like, but the like, you know, those like low, but how does she say it? Manifesting, below bare minimum effortless men. That's what she calls them. So she separates men from like, here's regular men, and here's like these group of incels who want to put the bare minimum effort in. Like they want, like these dudes want a wife that's gonna cook, clean, give them nookie and all this stuff. Like they want the bang maid with a purse who will still work. Because now it's like, oh, you don't want to work? Well, you're a gold digger. Even if you do all this other labor, it's like so crazy. And it's just like, my goodness, like, just so dumb. It's like they think, and they're trying to like say like, oh, well, you don't have to do true military service here, blah, blah, blah. So we're like, we don't get ahead quick enough. So they're trying to like blame that, I think, to the women who are getting ahead. And it's just creating a whole lot of discourse, unfortunately. And the sad thing is, I know it's funny because I started trying to blame the 4B movement for the birth decline, but actually the 4B movement's kind of a small group here. They're not really huge. If anything, it's taking off more in the West now. Like now there's something called the West 4B movement, which I mean, I'm fine with, because like here's the thing. Because I think one of the things I hated about like radical feminists is that they were like, because some groups of feminists were very men hating. Like there were like women who would like abort their kids if they were like found out to be male, and I didn't like that kind of thing. So that's like an innocent baby right there, right? Like they can't help it, they just happen to be male gender. If anything, they actually missed the opportunity to actually raise a good son. You know what I mean? Like that's what we gotta do. We need to just raise our sons well, because there's a lot of boy moms out there who like coddle their sons and like make them into king babies and stuff, like, right? Like it's just like, you can raise them to be better people. That's the whole point of being a parent, is to raise good people, whatever gender they are. It should not matter. But like there are some small groups, they're very small, they're not very big, but were some small groups of like, you know, men haters out there, and I think all the men felt attacked about it. But then they can start going after all the feminists, like even the regular, more like normal level-headed feminists who just want equal rights for women. Like that's what I don't like, is that when they went for the regular feminists, like don't be going for them. Like they just want equal rights for us. Like I feel like we should both all have equal rights. Like no one's better than the other. Like no gender is better than the other one. It's just like, It's like, I say that you want me to stay at home. Okay, but you expect me to do housework, pay me a good salary? That too, because the problem is sometimes it's like, even if you don't work, they still expect you to like not ask for any kind of money for your own self. Like they expect you to have your own money to pay for like whatever things you want. Like even for some basic things like feminine hygiene, they're like, nope, you gotta pay that yourself. And it's just like, no, dude, you want to play provider, you gotta provide, and that means more than just the basics. I think that's the thing. A lot of these dudes forgot what it meant to be, because that's the thing, is a lot of these guys don't want to be actual providers. Because I know there are some dynamics where there are women who are stay-at-home moms, but they have a wonderful husband who is a great provider and still takes time off with the kids. Because that's the thing, is they think that they shouldn't have to interact with their kids at all, some of these dudes. Like they don't even want to hold their baby. And it's like, then why did you want kids in the first damn place? You know what I mean? Like it's so bizarre. Like you should still like help, not even help, it's just parenting because you're also the parent, but she's still gonna, like, if she stays home, she's gonna be doing the majority of the work. I think what they thought was that some of these women like think that like, oh, if by helping out you're gonna be doing 50-50 of the house labor and childcare, but she still gets to stay home. No, 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 she'll be still doing the most of it, just she needs you to help with that, like probably like 30%, so she can like have time to sleep, take a shower, take care of herself, because like these dudes get all angry too when their wives like let themselves go. And it's like, yeah, because she's like working 24/7. Like being a parent's a 24/7 job. Like she needs you to parent as well. But that doesn't mean they think that means that they're gonna have to do a lot more, like a ton. It's like, no, they don't even do that much really. They just they gotta really help out enough to where she can finally feel she has some breathing room, you know what I mean? Or she has some time to herself. That's all a lot of women are asking for. They're not asking for like 50-50 while she doesn't have to work. It's probably going to be like, if she's going to be a stay-at-home mom, it's probably going to be more like 70-30. Like she'll do 70% of the share of cooking, cleaning, and childcare while you work. But then when you have your free time, you can also help out, and then you can both like have that time together. You know what I mean? It's like so weird. I would say, oh, if it's free, I'll be playing Stardew the whole day. Oh, are they having a sale maybe? I think it's like 14 bucks. I think on Steam. Also, I forgot, I need to count. I haven't even gone the other round yet because I was short like 3 stitches. So let me give this a quick count real quick. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Wait, I'm still short one though. Huh. Why am I short one? That's weird. Guess we'll just add one. We'll just sneak one more in here. What the heck? Okay, at least there we go. At least now we know we got a correct stitch count. That was weird. You're like, right, like who's worse than men? It's sad because like, right, because like I do hate that like the good men get like their name kind of like muddled up. That's what I like about Manifestelli though, is because she separates the group. She'll say men and men asterisk. And men asterisk are for like, there's like this subset type of dudes who have like big expectations but don't want to put the work in. Oh, yo, what's up, Pumpkin Spice? But how you doing? But yeah, it's like the gender war here is so bad. And it's like we need to just all get along, my goodness. And like, and a lot of the dudes here, they just want the women to like kind of give up and just start like being mom, like, you know, like be a mom and stay-at-home wife, but also somehow still make a paycheck. I don't know what they expect, because it's so funny because I saw some dudes complaining about like how women be putting their kids in childcare, but then those same men, when they talked about like what the guys can provide, is like, no, she gotta make her own money for this stuff. And it's like, how is she supposed to make her own money if she's taking care of the kids, but you don't want her to put the kids in childcare? It's like, well, what the heck? Is she just supposed to lock them in some kind of magical portal where they're like frozen in time and can't get hurt while she can go off and work? Like, no, there's no such thing. But we're making this little tiki bar though, Pumpkin Spice. I think you remember this one from last year, but I'm trying to make it a little bit bigger though. I'm trying to make it a little bit longer. This one was a little bit short. I'm also going to try to make the drinks a teensy bit smaller, so I can have like more drinks on there. I only have like 2, and they feel like they're kind of really overcrowding the spot. It's like, But yeah, I think that's like how the government's thinking too, because like me and Humanoid were talking about like the Japanese government, in order to like fix the falling birth rate, they're gonna make a Japanese government-funded dating app. They think that's gonna solve the issues instead of fixing the cultural, societal, and economical issues. They're like, let's make a dating app. Like, oh my god, the brain rot. They're just so dumb. They're probably not really dumb. They know what they need to do. They just don't want to do it. You know what I mean? They're kind of like beating around the bush. They don't want to actually put the actual work in that it would take to fix the problems. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, good. We still... Oh wait, really? You have to send documentation proving that you are single, have education, and have a job. Wait, where do you have to send that in? What the heck? That's kind of creepy too. To like, is it to like get like an apartment or something? That is weird. Oh, do you mean for, is it like for the survey, I think, or something? Or is it for the app? I did see that they're like, for the app, they're trying to make it where it's like a marriage focusing app, so like no hookups. Oh, okay, for the date. Okay, you can put in bank statements too, damn. Well, I guess that's like a good thing at least. Like it'll probably be like the cleanest dating app, honestly. It's still like not gonna fix the issues really. It's like that's not gonna fix the housing issue. This, cause like the salaries are still very low in Japan. Like I think, right, like especially if you work for something that's called like a black company, meaning a company that pays you barely anything but they work you to death. It's funny how both Japan and Korea have like let me see, what was the Korean word for it? I forgot. There's a specific word meaning death by overwork. Oh shoot, yeah, ads again? Okay, well while you guys are stuck in ads, I'm gonna look up this word. Let's see. And I think Japanese has a word for it too. Kwadosa. Okay. Copy that. Yeah. But it's like, not a good thing though. Oh, you guys back? Okay. Yeah, I finally found the word. I don't know what it is in Japanese, but in Korean it's called kwadosa. Kwadosa, and it means death by overwork, and that's like a big problem over here. So it's kind of like the government kind of needs to fix that, because like these companies be working, it's kind of almost already starting to happen with Mr. Coffee. It's like, I don't know why, but all of a sudden his work has really upticked. And it's not like work by the, even requested by the boss really. It's like more the European marketing manager keeps contacting Jung, like Mr. Coffee, after work time, because the problem is the time difference, because to be fair, the European marketing director is in France. So when he's calling Mr. Coffee, it's like the afternoon over there. But the problem is he keeps like calling Mr. Coffee out like off work hours, trying to get him to like help fix problems or something. And it's like kind of too much, because like now Mr. Coffee's not getting much of his relaxation time, right? Like he should be relaxing after work. And I think that's another big thing, because I do feel like, I feel like the good men that are here who do want to be providers and like be good husbands and stuff, like are kind of scared to get married too, I think, because like if they're already having to work hard enough it is now just for them to survive, like imagine like a wife and kids, like they would be stuck there too. Like I watched the video from Asian Boss about like asking people if they're worried about the birth rate in Japan. A lot of people were like, yeah, I'm worried, but there's like nothing we can really do about it because we really just can't afford to have kids. And one dude with his girlfriend was talking about how his boss came up to him one time and said, you know, you really need to have a wife and kids you need something to protect. And it's like, why all of a sudden this boss was coming up to him talking about that, and he already is like overworked at that. He said he's already overworked at that company, and I was like, ooh, that dude's boss is like, because that boss knows like he wants to trap him. It's, oh my god, it's kind of like, you know, like how Manosphere dudes talk about baby trapping and stuff. Like, I feel like this is like job trapping by the employer. Employers trying to baby trap you kinda into their work. Like, because if you have a wife and kids, you can't easily quit your job and they can treat you like shit. That's what my mom always told me growing up. It's not even just Japanese companies. It's like all corporate companies across all countries and everything. My mom always said it was actually easier just to live for yourself, because when you have a wife and kids, you're kind of stuck at that job and you can't just quit willy-nilly like you can when you're single. Oh, I have a friend that works in Japan hours and Brazil hours, and this is like 24 hours, and the company's like, why are you working with Brazil? And he's like, because you guys are sending me the job to but you guys are sending me the job with them? How's this my fault? Like, that, isn't that weird? Like, oh, it's like I guess they want you to like work for them 24 hours basically. Like, it's insane. Like, bro, we gotta sleep at one point. We gotta eat, and like, that's another thing too. I think these companies kind of view like you should only like sleep, eat, and breathe work. You should have like no free time to yourself. Like, all free time should be given to the work, doing extra little things for them. It's just so like they ain't be paying that much. Like, you want their 100% their time. Like, you gotta pay that amount. They ain't paying shit to get that kind of like enough of their employee. Like, it's so dumb. But yeah, it was like sneaky how that dude's boss was trying to like push him to start having kids. Now it's like, you need something to protect. It's like, nah, Mr. Boss, like, you want him to be stuck there. You want him to be like, because like, what he should have said to the dude, like, I guess you can't because you don't want to risk losing your job. He should tell him like, oh, you're gonna pay me more? That's the thing, you probably wouldn't have paid him anymore. Like, sir, the amount you're paying this poor single guy, like, wasn't like single, he had a girlfriend, but you know, like, unmarried man, right? Like, he's not gonna be able to have a wife and kids. And if he does, they're gonna like be struggling. They're gonna be struggling to put food on the table, to have accommodating, like, good housing. Oh, really? So they deny him a regular job here, so they only give him temporary things? Ugh. But, oh yeah, the complaint that he's working with other countries while being in Japan, but he's not a boss. He's just an employee following orders. Oh, so it's like, oh, so he's living in Japan, but he's doing like other jobs for other countries. Oh, is he like a oh, what do they call it? Nomad employee, I think. Like, where you can kind of like work wherever in the world as long as you got like an internet connection. I feel like that'd be kind of awesome. That'd be like an awesome job though, because then you don't have to like worry about where you live, and you can like travel a lot. I feel like a lot of that stuff's like really IT, or like some kind of like something that you can only do over the internet, unfortunately. Like, it's like one of those specific type jobs. I would love to have a job like that though. See, always in the same oh, so it's all in the same company. Oh wait, so he's working for the same company, but he's just working for the ones in the other country? Okay, so the company take care of regulations of anime movies, mangas outside Japan, and everything. Oh, okay, so it's like, but he's like doing all the stuff for the outside part, but they're mad at him doing that, but they don't want to, but at the same time, they don't want to actually give him like a regular job. Oh my god, is it kind of like, they don't want to give him like a regular job, so they only give him temp work, but they're mad at him that he's doing other stuff outside of that, just to be able to make enough money. Oh god, is it kind of like that? Because I saw like there's a lady named Veronica who makes these really good corporate animations, and one was like about the boss coming up, like the manager coming up and asking like, Veronica, we found out you have a second job, and she's like, yeah. And she's like, oh, we really want you to put more focus on this job. Could you please consider quitting your second job? And it's like, the thing is, the second job was not interfering with her being able to do her first job. She's like, why am I slacking in production at the show? They're like, no. And she's like, then why is it a problem what I do outside of work? She's like, but we want you to focus on this company. And it's like, it's so bizarre. It's like they want like ownership of you, and they're like a creepy, abusive partner in a way, like these employers. And it's just like, they don't want you going nowhere else. They want you to only focus on them, even if it's not interfering with your work. It's just like, well, and then even Veronica's like, well, are you gonna raise my salary? And they're like, what? No, why would we do that? It's like, well, she's like, well, I mean, the salary provided is not enough for me to make ends meet, so I need the second job. But they still wanted her to quit the second job. It's like so stupid. It's just like, they want everything. Like, these employers want your entire life, basically. It seems like they don't like it when you work for other people, yet at the same time they don't want to give you full-time positions. They don't want to pay you enough. It's so ick, you know what I mean? It's so possessive. Okay, so now in the same company, he's just working with the outside Japanese offices with the same company, because he has to do that because he's the only one who can speak other languages. He's just doing regulation. That is the job that the boss is giving to him. Okay. That's kind of cool though. They can like work with the but it's like, but at the same time though, right? Like, it's very time consuming, like, because he has to talk with all these other, it's like the same company, right? But he has to talk with all the other people from the other spots. Because of that, they're like still expecting him to be, distribution rights. Oh, that sounds like a lot of paperwork, like stuff like that. Oh god. Man, that sounds like a lot of work though. Like, how many languages does your friend speak? That's like the one good benefit though, being able to speak like multiple languages. Like, it kind of gives you an up into being able to like work some unique job positions. That's actually the thing why Buggy kind of bugs European marketing director. He bugs Mr. Coffee so much. Is usually he's actually asking Mr. Coffee to help with his English, like helping him like fix up an email or some shit. Like, this is actually like more like the European marketing director's own personal problems. Like, it's not even stuff that the boss is asking. It actually has kind of lowered a bit, because actually Mr. Coffee talked with his boss, and the boss finally told Buggy, like, dude, you can't be bugging Mr. Coffee that much after work hours, please. Like, I think what it should happen is that that's the problem though, right? Because Buggy is doing it as it needs to be done now, because like he can't do it earlier in the day because like the thing he needs to work on has not arisen yet in the day, you know what I mean? Like, the person he's talking to. So it's like, I feel like he should like wait, like he should like talk to Mr. Coffee the next day after, like keep a pinpoint and when these emails need to be sent, and just like talk with Mr. Coffee during work hours, like have him a video call while he's at work, kind of thing. Oh, okay, so this person's not Japanese. Okay, but he's fluent in Japanese. Is it because he's also a foreigner? Is that why they don't want to give him like a permanent? That's why they keep giving him more like the temporary job stuff? It's because he's not like a Japanese person, like, even though he's like fluent in Japanese? That's sick though. So they're making him do all this work, but they don't give him like an actual like regular job. Oh my god, they're like, it's kind of like, do they like dangle in front of him like a carrot, like, hey, if you do all this, we'll eventually maybe give you a full-time position? Like, is it like carrot dangling? I feel like a lot of companies do that shit. That's why. Okay, like, yeah, I was like confused the whole time until you told me that he's not Japanese. I'm like, then it just clicked. I'm like, oh no, not the carrot dangling, the making. Oh god, now I'm getting the, what's that old 80s song? Promises, promises. Oh yeah, by Naked Eyes. But I don't, that song just popped in my head. But yeah. Oh, that's nasty. That's the thing, at least with, I think that's actually the problem though with Mr. Coffee, is because he's Korean, and also because he can speak good English. Because I think if Mr. Coffee was not Korean, Buggy wouldn't bug him that much. because Bakugé has like a bit of a hard time trying to get in deep conversation. He speaks some French actually, but he's not that good in English. I mean, hence why he's the European marketing director and he's like put over in France. But like, because he can speak fluent, like, cause since Mr. Coffee's Korean and can speak fluent Korean, he can like talk to Mr. Coffee and try to have him help out with his English and stuff. Cause like Mr. Coffee's English is pretty good because he lived in California for like 10 years for a bit. And even I actually found he actually went to, I think it was school in Boston. I think it was Boston. I gotta ask him again. It was somewhere on the East Coast or like Eastern side. Wait, is Boston even East Coast? But like somewhere over there. And he went to like elementary school for a bit there. I think it was like for 2 years. So that's also why his English is so good. He had a good start for a little bit as a young kid. And they also teach English to all kids. But it's a little bit different though, because if you're like a Korean kid who you're learning English through every school year, but if you're only learning it in Korean, usually their conversation Korean's not that good, but their reading Korean is English conversation's not that good, but their English reading is very good. Like their reading comprehension is very good. Like it's like college level, but they have a hard time speaking it. But if you send a kid over when they're still like elementary school age, even just for a year or two in an English speaking country, they actually seem to somehow develop like the a better accent. You know, they have less of an accent. And they have like better conversation skills, and that was like a good thing for Mr. Coffee. And then he went back to America in his like early college years. That's why he was there for so long. He had to first take English courses at UCLA, I think, for a while, and then that's when he went to UC Berkeley for a bit, and then he transferred over to San Francisco State College or State University, and all that was together for like 10 years. It's like, damn, that's a lot of schooling. It's just like, I can't imagine like all that amount of schooling you gotta do. And 2 of those 10-year, well, I guess it wasn't quite 10 years. He says almost 10 years. I think it was like more like 9 point something. But 2 of those years though were with me when he was still in the middle of going to SF State. That sucks though. They do the carrot dangle thing. I hate when companies do that. That's one thing I do love that this company does not do, because actually this company does treat Mr. Coffee really well. Like he recently got a promotion, and I was actually worried a little bit about like that's why he's getting a lot of work all of a sudden, was because like he just got a promotion. They pay him actually pretty good by Korean standards. Actually, like Mr. Coffee was really shocked. He was actually expecting him not get promoted and to like still be expected to work just as hard. But Mr. Coffee said he was really surprised when the boss took him aside and told him that he was getting promoted and here's how much he'll be making. So it kind of like Mr. Coffee felt like being vindicated, like, oh, I'm finally getting like the recognition I deserve, because it's like really hard in Korea to get like recognized by your boss. Like even when you're doing a good job, it's weird. It's like they don't want to let you know you're doing good because they want you to keep working harder and harder. I guess they don't want you to slack off. I guess they think if you tell you're doing a good job, you're gonna slack off or something. That's like their weird mindset. That's actually why a lot of parents never tell their kids they're doing a good job. That's why, like, even if you made like a good grade but not perfect, they point that out. In their weird logic, they think it wants to drive you to work even harder. But I think like that only works with a very small type of people like who think that way. You know how some people say there's a weird amount of like, if you've ever been in like weight loss groups, like people say we need to shame people who are fat so they'll lose weight. It's like, shame does not work on me. If anything, it makes me want to give up. Actually, that's why but my mother-in-law kept thinking, I think that's why she bugged me so much about my weight. She kept thinking if I shame her enough, she'll finally work and lose the weight. And it's like, lady, that only works with some people. It don't not work with me. If anything, I actually do better with positive reinforcement. Like, it's like they do more negative reinforcement. It's just like, ugh. Yeah, the lack of recognition, it gives you trauma. I know, because I never got recognition as a kid. It shows these days. Shame doesn't work with, that doesn't work with anyone. And too, right? I feel like it only works a very, very, very small, because there are some dudes who be like in the weight loss group saying shame was like the only thing that got their ass up and going and stuff. And it's just like, I feel like that doesn't work for most people. You know what I mean? I do much better when someone says like, oh, hey, you look like you've lost a bit of weight. I know sometimes you don't want to say that to, because I know like sometimes people say don't bring up people's bodies, but I'm actually one of those people who do like I do like being recognized if I did lose some weight and someone recognizes it, because sometimes I won't recognize it. But when other people say it, it kind of makes me like want to keep going though. It makes me want to keep working harder. Especially because I'm trying to weight lift, so I'm trying to become like a muscle mommy. It's like my little malicious compliance to my mother-in-law. It's like, oh, you want me to lose weight, don't you? Well, because see, the thing is, she wants a waif-like daughter-in-law, because the real reason why she was mad about my weight was not because of health, because I was a size 10 when I met her. I actually looked kind of nice when I first came to Korea. I was looking cute. Like, I can't fit the pants that I wore on the plane to get here. I'm kind of sad. I was looking cute. Because I'm 5'6", so I look pretty good at a size 10. Like, size 8 is probably my ideal. I've been down to a size 8 before for just a little bit, and I felt so good. Like, I don't think I need to be a size 6. I think a size 8 looks really good on me, and it's like a healthy size, too. And I worked so hard to get down to a size 10, and then when she, like, did all that, it kind of made me kind of give up. Not to mention also because Mr. Coffee was so excited to see me, because we hadn't seen each other for 6 months, so we went out eating out a lot. I became a size 12 again so quickly, and she got even madder. She was like, it's not like, you know how somebody like, oh, just ignore their comments. No, this lady be like screaming in the phone at Mr. Coffee, like really angry. And the problem is she would blame him. She would bitch him out, be like, why are you letting her get so big? It's like, oh, my first thought would be like, letting? Honey, I'm a whole ass autonomous human being. What do you mean let? He's not my, he's not my father, he's not my mother, he's not my parent, he's my partner. What do you mean let? Like, I wanted to reach over the phone and like give her my 2 cents, but I'm always trying to keep the peace though, because at least now she's being a lot nicer. So I'm trying not to rock the boat, but I'm not gonna like, you know what I mean? Was it called like forgive but don't forget? I wouldn't say I've forgiven her, but it's more like I'm just not gonna bring it up unless she does get irate again. Then I will probably pop off. But like, yeah. So wait, oh, I don't know. Or it doesn't work with anymore. Like, I'm like, dude, my mindset's worse. Try harder, right? Oh, I hate that too. And it doesn't work with me anymore. Wait, I don't know why, but my keyboard is not working properly. Oh, I feel that though, especially like whenever I get nails on, I can't type the heck. Wait, is your like keyboard? Is it like wireless maybe? Because I know sometimes I have like a little wireless keyboard here. If the chair's in the way, it doesn't want to type right. Could be like, or maybe like the cable. If it isn't wireless, maybe the cable's like kind of loose. It's like, oh yeah, my relationship now is also, oh no, long distance. Yeah, that's always like the hardest. Oh, it is a wireless keyboard? Oh, it might just need a battery change actually. And or make sure nothing's blocking the little, you know, like the little USB you plug in to get like the connection. I found that if I have the gaming chair in the way, the mouse and the stuff, they'll still work, but they won't work that good. So I had to like move the chair out of the way because it was like blocking the signal. I guess because it's a little bit further than it's expected, because usually these are expected to be very close, right? 'Cause it's supposed to be the computer, but I have these over here so I can like use the keyboard and mouse at my crochet desk, so I don't have to be by the computer. But that's probably why though. It's like, yeah, like I feel like I've noticed in a lot of Asian cultures, not just Korea, it seems like when they raise their kids, they try to use negative reinforcement instead of positive reinforcement. I think that's going to change though, because a lot of Mr. Coffee's generation, oh, that's another reason actually why a lot of people are not having kids too, because of the educational trauma. Because like, right, like you don't only just do school, you go to school till like 10 or 11 p.m. and you still gotta do homework when you get home. And like Mr. Coffee's generation was traumatized with the amount of schooling they had to do. Like they had no childhood or life really. And they don't even have much of a, well, to be fair, I remember being surprised because they don't have much of a summer break. I think it's like either 1 week or 2 weeks. And I'm like, what? They do get a longer break in winter, but however though, unfortunately, so I got like kind of like, oh, a little bit of joy, like, oh, okay, so it's just flipped. They get like 2 months off in winter. But if your parents have money, you're gonna be going to a hog one during those 2 months. So you're still gonna be doing some kind of schooling and doing homework and shit. It won't be as bad, I guess, because it's worse when you're going to both school and that, like the after school programs, but it's like, ugh. Let's see, oh yeah, perhaps the battery's almost indeed dead. But but I'm not going to the shop today to buy more. I know, I'm always trying to keep a hold of like AAAs with me. Because I thought that was a problem too when this keyboard and stuff were acting up for the longest time until I finally figured out that it was actually what do you call it, the signal. It was just being blocked by the chair, because the gaming chair is very big and bulky. And I didn't realize that as soon as I moved it out of the way, it started working perfect. I'm like, oh, that was the problem. I probably threw away a perfectly good pair of batteries because of that, I think. Oh, it's raining? Okay, lucky though. I could kind of have a nice rain because like it's so hot. And I don't have to go anywhere now. Well, it probably would have been miserable if I did have to go when I went to the gym earlier. Because there's nothing worse than like going to work out and it's like raining. And then you get to the gym all wet and soggy and you're like, ugh. It's just like, you know what I mean? It hinders my spirit. But I love when it rains though when I'm inside, because then you can get like the rain ambiance. It takes the heat off a bit. Oh, and also the mosquitoes are hardly around because they're like hiding from the rain. See, already went to Tokyo today and lost a lot of money because the vitamins were over. Oh no! Like, are vitamins also really expensive in Japan? They're really expensive here in Korea. We don't even bother buying them here. We actually get them whenever Mr. Coffee goes to either to Europe or the States. He'll bulk up on vitamins and bring them back. The sad thing is they're probably actually, to be fair, they're probably actually better quality over here, to be honest. But they're so expensive. They're so pricey. And I guess that's like because I noticed the thing in America, right? Vitamins are a lot cheaper. Well, not that much anymore, actually. Ever since post-pandemic, they've gone up in price, unfortunately. But pre-pandemic, they were very affordable, like really, like practically dirt cheap, honestly, if you compare it to Korea's prices. But our like medical expenses are out the wazoo. But in Korea, the medical expense, like getting actual medicine, is very cheap, but getting vitamins and stuff and over-the-counter stuff is very expensive. Oh, really? And even the cheapest ones give you a stomach ache? Ooh. That's actually why I try not to take vitamins too much, or I try to take them with a meal, because yeah. They do be making me upset, my stomach upsetty spaghetti, unfortunately. Let's see. I can't remember if this is where I'm supposed to. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay, I think I gotta do one more. One more row, and then we can work in the back loops. Not to mention, and it's like anything too, right? It's like I feel like the other way to get your vitamins in is like eat lots of fruits and veggies, but the problem is like fruits and vegetables can be really expensive in Japan. Same here in Korea. Like sure, there'd be like a small limited amount of Korean native vegetables that will be like really cheap here, but almost none of them. I don't really like very many of them though, unfortunately, and they're kind of hard to eat as is. Like you kind of have to make them into like some kind of banchan or something. It's not like where you can like easily just grill them up and eat them, you know what I mean? Right? Especially like the ones you do need, right? They're probably like either not, they're like hard to find, or if you do find them, they're exorbitantly expensive. Like, yeah, it's like there's some vegetables here that are like not really meant for like eating raw. Like you could like, that's why, I think that's why a lot of Korean people make them into banchan, but the problem is, the banchan they make is way too spicy for me. I guess the spice was to like cover up like whatever. Like, they're very bitter too. I know it's a lot of vegetables native here in Korea are very, very bitter. And it's like really hard to find like vegetables that I'm like more familiar with. Like broccoli here is like $1 for a single head of broccoli. $1. I know it's not a lot, but like I think I used to get like a whole bunch of broccoli for like I think less than $1 back in the States. Like I guess because we're just not used to the vegetables here, maybe. I feel like it's easier to get more accustomed to fruits in different countries, but it can sometimes be hard to get more accustomed to vegetables, I think, from different countries. It's so bizarre to me. Like, why do we humans evolve to not like the taste of vegetables? At least as they are. You know what I mean? Like, you would think evolution would evolve us to love the taste of vegetables because they're so good for us. It's just such a weird thing I always think about. Not to mention, I feel like some people actually, like, I think it depends on your genes, because, like, my dad loves vegetables. Like, he loves cooked. I hate cooked spinach unless it's, like, in Alfredo, chicken pasta, like chicken Alfredo pasta. That's the only way you can get me to eat spinach, like cooked spinach. I like raw spinach in a salad, but apparently it's actually healthier to eat it cooked, which that was bizarre to me, because I actually thought, like, oh, I was really happy that I preferred raw spinach because I thought it was healthier, because I was like back in the 2000s when everyone was like doing a raw diet, which probably was not the way to go. It actually turns out some vegetables are better to eat when they're cooked because they like release other vitamins and like minerals and stuff. And I'm like, or antioxidants and all that. I actually didn't know that. Right, cooked spinach, I cannot. Right, it's like, and he would have it as a side by itself. Like, ugh, it's too slimy. It is really good though in chicken Alfredo. Something about, I guess, because to be fair, it's like swimming in creamy cheese, to be honest. But there's something about, like, I think it's also because it got cold quickly. Because when you're just having cooked spinach as a side, it gets cold really quick, and it's really soggy and wet. But when you're eating it in pasta where everything's already wet, it works with the taste of chicken. Like chicken and Alfredo just goes so well with spinach. That's like the only way you can get me to eat it. Or as there's something, I guess if you grind it up more into smaller pieces, I think it's good with Alfredo. That's why. I think so. Honestly, that's like the truth, isn't it? Uh-oh, I need to switch. Wait, let me frog a little bit, because I don't really want to change red on the other side. Do I have any more? Oh, okay, good. I got another one right here. But yeah, like the flavors pair up really well. Kind of like, I don't like bell pepper by itself, but I love the taste of bell pepper when it's been chopped up and put into curry. You know what I mean? Like this flavor the bell pepper adds to the curry works really well together. But I just can't have curry on its, I mean not curry, I just can't have bell pepper on its own. And especially raw. I cannot have raw bell pepper. Also, thank you for the hydrate pink stuff. Wait, oh, you know something? I felt really dumb. Oh no, what happened? Ah, shoot. Oh, this is a tangled mess. Okay, there we go. Wait, I always saw bell peppers and paprika as different stuff, and I learned in Japan that they're the same. Oh yeah, I actually did not know that, to be fair, they are different, but they're from the same item. Because Mr. Coffee told me, because the thing here in Korea, they call paprika, when they say paprika, they mean a bell pepper. They don't necessarily mean the powder, but Mr. Coffee said actually it's wrong because, apparently like pep was the name of the pepper, and rika means to like grind into a powder and dry, so it became paprika. It means bell pepper, but that's been ground and dried though, so it is different. But to be fair, I actually thought paprika was a separate pepper though, because when I see like the picture on these like little packets, it's like it looks like a bell pepper, but it looks very small, and it just turns out that's what some bell peppers look like. When I think bell pepper, I think like the big old ones, but I forget that there's smaller ones. And so I just thought it was an entirely different pepper, but yeah, they call it paprika, right? But then there's always Australia. They call it a capsicum. Like, apparently they're the only country that says that. But yeah, they get it, like, confused. Oh, I can imagine, right, if you're trying to get paprika powder and you like, imagine you just ask for paprika in Japan, like, to, like, if you're, like, in the store and you ask, like, a worker, like, hey, can you tell me where the paprika is? And they bring you over to, like, the fresh bell peppers, and I can imagine, like, how confused you would be. Right, you thought the small ones are different too? Exactly. I guess I think the big ones are actually more the GMO versions, I think, the genetically modified ones, because they were made to be much bigger, I think. Because if you think about it, it kind of almost... Oh, did I say it wrong? Wait. Capsicum... Oh, capsicum. Oh, so not capsicum? Capsicum. Okay. Capsicum. To be fair, it's been a long time since I saw the video. I saw this, like, I think, like, 5 years ago, the video where they say it like that, and I was like, whoa, really? That's kind of neat, though. Like, capsicum. Okay, I gotta remember it's capsicum, not capsicum. Oh no, you wanted powder and they gave me the big ones. I was too ashamed and bought it anyway. Oh my god. At least now you have a funny story to tell. Call your friends and family back home. It's like, yeah. Right? Like, it's so wild here. Alright, the lingo can be very hard. Oh my god, I want to learn, like, some Aussie slang, too. Like, I watch, like, the Reese Bros, and, like, I can't, like, people in the comments tell them to, like, please put captions, because we can't understand what the heck they're saying half the time. And, or we don't understand the slang, because, like, you guys got some unique slang over there. And I'm just like, whoa. It's like you're speaking English, but it's also like you're speaking a foreign language at the same time. Oh, it's kind of given, like, I think they have, like, a similar part, like, when you go into parts of Ireland or something, where it's like they're speaking English, not Gaelic, like actual English, but they have, like, their own very detailed slang that's so different. Kind of similar in the UK too, because, like, there'd be some slang in the UK that I have no idea what it means. And it's like, but it's kind of cool though. It's like, right? We're speaking the same language, but it feels so different. That's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23. Oh, did I drop a stitch again? What the heck? Now I only have... Let me recount that. It said I had only 24. I did. Oh no. Hold on. Let me see if I can see it on the edge here. Oh, that may have been where I missed it, I think. Oh no. Oh, okay, we're just gonna sneak an extra one in. To be fair, it's not gonna even be that visible really, because it's gonna get all shaggy and stuff. Just the problem is I'm trying to write a pattern though, so I'm trying to, but this is like more my own personal mistake, because if someone just like, you know, goes back and forth, they're gonna hopefully still get like 25 each time. This is more my little mess ups. Well, really, like a dart can be two things, like a dart and a smoke. Oh, that's like the first time I've ever heard someone call, like, not what we call it. I always hear people say, like, hey, do you got smoke on you? Like that. They want, like, a cigarette. I forgot the other one is. There's another one for, like, weed, though. Like, it's got its own lingo, but I forgot what it is. Oh, a joint. Yeah, like, we got joint for ours, but that's, like, more for, like, marijuana and not, like, regular cigarettes. Wait, does a dart mean, like, is that also for that, or is it only for, like, a cigarette smoke? Oh, BRB. Oh, we call it a ciggy too. Oh, I think I've heard them say that in America too. Like, you got a cig. A ciggy sounds almost like a cutified, like a cute way of saying it, like a kawaii way of saying, like, hey, you got a cig on you. That sounds like such a cute way. Sounds like it's been kawaii-fied. Oh, wait, this is actually supposed to be the back loops. Let's see. Oh, and a smoke break is a smoko. Oh, yeah, that one probably would have went over my head. I would not have known what they meant by, like, a smoko. Oh, and I also learned, like, you guys call, like, McDonald's, I think, Macca's? I remember, like, when I would play Fortnite, because some of, I think I can't remember if people in New Zealand also say macas, because I could swear I've heard Dylan say it too. But because Dylan is from New Zealand, but some of his buddies, like other Fortnite buddies, will be in Australia. And they're like, all right, be back. I'm gonna head to Macca's with Mom. And I was like, oh, what's Macca's? They're like, oh, McDonald's. And I'm like, oh. What's up, NPC? How you doing? We're working on our little roof part. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure I get. I think I got one more row to do because I want like 3 on each side. But this side I keep messing up my stitch count, so I'm having to like kind of fix it by adding an extra increase. Because yeah, I keep messing it up, unfortunately. I always seem to drop stitches a lot when I'm doing back and forth. I think it's something about having to do, especially because I'm not chaining one in turn of my work. I'm actually like just doing it where you like make the loop a little bit bigger when you turn your work, but it can make it a little bit difficult trying to get into that last stitch. I think I keep skipping those by accident if I'm not concentrating. Dude, I think that's my problem, but hopefully though that won't affect the pattern. I'm gonna probably try to remake it again just to see how it would turn out, because I want to make this into a pattern on YouTube. Oh, that also reminds me, I forgot I have the carrot button and the watermelon slice button for pattern testing on the Discord. It's in the pattern testing channel under the crochet category. Those are ready. There's like a little simple PDF. Actually now, I'm gonna wait for feedback from those, but if like people say it's pretty easy to understand, hopefully, I'm gonna hopefully maybe put those in a blog, because now I just have to like copy and paste, maybe add some pictures, make it look a little bit nicer. That's one thing I wanted to kind of start doing, was make what I put all my videos for free, make written versions and put them on like a blog or something. And if I can have time, maybe try to also translate to Korean, because I kind of stopped putting my videos in Korean. Because I actually saw from my analytics, I have like, no one's really watching me from Korea, unfortunately. So it felt like a huge, kind of like, at least right now, like a huge waste of time. Because it was kind of keeping me from being able to put more videos out, because it took so long trying to translate it. Not so much for the like crochet instructions per se, but like more the assembly instructions. I have to like try to translate and find the correct word to use, because it's kind of hard, because like it's kind of hard to find crafty lingo, you know, like lingo for crafty stuff in Korean, because it's not really taught in like, you know, regular Korean lessons. Like I have to kind of search it out myself. And I have been finding some stuff, plus I have like a crochet book in Korean that I can kind of get from, but it was still very time consuming. So I think I'm going to limit it to only blogging on a neighbor blog. Plus that would actually be more likely found by Korean people anyway, like Korean crocheters, than my videos. Because I think, even though I put, you know, put it on Korean internet, like it's not being pushed. It kind of it's like weird, it's pushed both to American viewers and Korean viewers, but like not many Korean people like view it, or like they swipe away quickly. Yo, that's Smokey, how you doing? We're working on that tiki bar we made last summer, but we're trying to make it bigger though. Just a little bit, like not big I should say, but like a little bit longer. So here's the panel. It's gonna be a little bit higher probably once we sew it together. But hopefully we'll have some more room for like drinks, and I want to try to make the drinks a bit smaller. But we got all the summer stuff out. We got both the party chicks out. We got like little Pew Pew, and I'm not sure what to call her actually. I probably need to start giving the baby chicks a name. I just call them a baby chick. Or the tiny, they're like the tiny version of her basically. But I never gave them any specific name, so I probably should come up with a name for her, the gardening one. Also I can take that little gardening hat out. Oh, spinning a yarn is telling a lie? Oh, that's so good though. Pull the wool over your eyes. I can't explain it. Oh, we actually got that one too. Yeah, pull the wool over your eyes. It kind of means to kind of blind you from what's really happening. Like I think also then we have like the opposite also where like the wool has been pulled from your eyes. I can't remember the exact one, but it kind of means like you had wool covering your eyes basically, and you pull it off, and then they can kind of see things clearly, like what's going on, like the dynamic of something. Yeah, it is kind of hard to explain though. Usually, like I think we can only tell it through like context. Like say someone's like about to get married to someone, and then you find out like everyone in your friend group knows of that person that's like your fiance's cheating, but you don't believe them. You think that your fiance is like not cheating, even though everyone's telling you and they have proof. Until finally you catch your fiance and the affair partner in the act, and then it's like you finally have the wool pulled over your eyes. But I guess it would be more the opposite. It'd be more like telling the fiance, like the cheating fiance, like spins some kind of tale, like and trying to like make you not see that they're actually cheating or something. And or like maybe like have a toxic friend who takes advantage of you, who makes you like pay for things all the time, makes you do free stuff for the, makes them do a lot of labor and stuff for them, but they don't reciprocate that, and they like spin a thing like, oh, but you need to help me because of so and so situation, so they kind of like keep you guilt tripping you to make you do it. Oh, doing good. Just got some dinner cooking in the crock pot right now. Ooh, that reminds me, I have a crock pot myself. I need to actually pull out and clean and actually use it. It's still, y'all, it still has the bubble wrap on it from when we moved here 2 years ago. That means for the entire time living in this apartment, I have not used that crock pot. But I have some black beans though, and I want to start making black bean burgers, and they're the dry kind because I wanted something that was like shelf stable. So I want to be able to store them for a long time. And the problem is like cans, I feel like take up much more room. So I was like, I got these 2 big old bags that I can like stuff away in the cabinet. But I need to cook them in a crock pot or something. I just have not gotten around to it. Dang, it's already almost, it's like 5:48, but Mr. Coffee is still not back yet. But let me go on a quick break real quick because I need to use the restroom. And I'm also gonna top off my coffee in a second. I will be right back. Put you guys in the BRB page. Wait, where's my little BRB message? Hope they're not making him do yoga again today. Oh, unless he went to the gym. Hopefully he went to the gym. Because I would have rather him going to the gym than being stuck doing Yakum again. Because poor Mr. Coffee wasn't able to go yesterday. Okay, but I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I had a little bit of an emergency. My my nail popped off. Actually, I'm kind of glad it did. Because it was getting near. What do you call it? Like the one in the middle always looks like the furthest. For some reason, like it grows faster. I've been kind of waiting for it to pop up a little bit. But let me get some of this extra glue off real quick. I glue it right back on. Alright. Yeah, see, that's like the good thing about these kind of nails is that when they do pop off, at least hopefully they pop off whole, because I have had some break, usually if I try like different brands. So far, this one's been the best brand. Seem to be the strongest, more durable ones. Just glue it back on there and I kind of hold it tight for a little bit. Close that. Put that over there for now. But yeah, sometimes I'll kind of like pry at them and see like this one's probably gonna come off soon. I don't try to force them though, because it does kind of hurt if they try to come off too early. But sometimes they'll just like pop off naturally. I'm glad I found it, because sometimes I'll like lose it and I have to like make a whole nother nail from scratch. It's like these are a lot longer than they're actually supposed to be. I think they're like this long, but I have to like cut it and shape it to get it down, so it is kind of time consuming how to do that. Let me do like I do like a little flick test where I kind of with force try to lift the nail. If it doesn't budge, then it's on good. What's up, Raging Girl? How you doing? Oh, it's still hot. It's hot today. It wasn't so bad yesterday. It was like only 25 Celsius, but today it's back up to 30. Unfortunately. But last night wasn't too bad though. I was actually able to sleep really nice last night because it was like warm but not suffocating like it has been the past few nights. Let's see, we're kind of getting there. We're almost done. So here is like the halfway point of like our little like the little tiki bars what do you call it, roofing part. I know it looks kind of short, but that's because this end part is gonna have like long like chains coming off it, so it'll look a little bit longer than it really is. Also my arm felt worse, but other than that I'm okay. Oh, how much longer you got for till your arm gets better though? Because like that always sucks. I'm always like scared of like a hand or arm injury, or especially like a wrist injury or finger injury. Like it's like I'm always like now super self-aware when I go out, because I'm like back in the day I'd get like my hand caught in like the car door or something, like so I'm trying to be more self-aware. I definitely don't want to suffer a hand injury or arm injury. See, Wait, you should be a Rip Snorter and Arva, alright? Who's Keen Yobo? Do you want to get into a into a blue? You were a lot of drugs. Torongos? Am I saying that right? Suk, it means, I presume. It means, I presume it'll be like a pleasant afternoon. Who is agreeable? Oh, sent it too early? Oh, okay. I've done that my fair share where I'm like in the middle of typing. My big old fat thumb accidentally hits enter and I hate it so much. But like, man, that is some Aussie slang right there. Like, see, I don't understand any of what it means. It's like a whole nother, like, it's like a whole nother, like, freaking language. Oh yeah, I watched it. Yeah, it was so. And that's the thing too. I didn't realize. So was he? Because like he's getting choked out when he's in the driver's seat. So he didn't even leave his like. So I thought like when you said like he tried to wake her up, I thought he got out of the car, opened her side of the door, and like tried to like shake her awake. So I thought like, oh, maybe she woke up and she just sees a man leering over her and she went crazy. But no, did he just like simply turn in and see and try to like shake her awake? Like, then I think she's probably crazy. When I looked, she had the crazy eyes too. Like, I think she was more on than just being drunk. I think she was on something. Cause I'm like, yeah, that doesn't look like a sane person trying to defend themselves. Cause he just tried to wake her up, be like, hey, ma'am, we're at your destination. She just goes full on crazy. I think she was probably tripping out on something. Cause I was like, that's not the normal response. Cause that's the thing. Even if she did like snap out of her nap, like, you know, like panic, like I told you about my sister, right? Like when I tried to wake her up one time, like just not doing anything else, just like, I was kind of peeked, cause she had her and my sister shared a room and they had bunk beds, and I was like kind of peering over the railing of her bunk bed where you just see my eyes. And she woke up to that and she about, her first instinctive reaction was to like with her claws, was just like right at my eyes. So she almost clawed my eyes out. And like seconds after, she's like, "What? Why'd you do that?" When she recognized that it was me. But you know, like coming out of that slumber, sometimes you have like a weird instinctive reaction. But the video showed she kept going. Like, yeah, she was on something. That was not no self-defense. Ooh, cooking some pork shoulder, but roast with mustard. Brown sugar and teriyaki sauce and hot sauce added, and then slow cook for at least 4 hours. That sounds heavenly. Ooh, are you gonna like make like little ciders with them? Oh my god, I love when Mr. Coffee makes pulled pork. He makes it so good, especially because it's kind of hard to get the ingredients for barbecue here. They do have barbecue sauce sometimes, but they don't quite taste the same. You know what I mean? So we have to like kind of make it ourselves. So we do have liquid smoke. Thankfully, we were brought back from the States, so that kind of helps a bit. Okay, so it means I presume it'll be a pleasant afternoon. Who is agreeable to the respective terms. Are you undesirable? I presume thee to be undesirables. Wait, is it undesirables or undesirable lists? I know, right? Isn't that crazy? Like, granted, I do kind of wonder though, like if you're a bystander that just started happening, like, did they just assume like maybe she's like someone who got kidnapped and she's like just trying to take the driver out from behind? Like she woke up from after being... Like, I don't know, like, how it would look to a bystander who doesn't, like, know that that's just her Uber driver. But then again, he has, like, that decal on there. But at the same time, like, we've been told to be super aware of our Uber drivers. Because there are, unfortunately, like, several stories of, like, women who are drunk and they take an Uber driver. And they're just, like, never seen again. Like, it's very terrifying. But still, it's like, good lord. Like, right, having all those people around and nobody helping you. And I didn't realize it was in the middle of the day, too. Like, I thought it was, like, nighttime or something when you're telling me about it. But it's, like, bright as day. Oh, really? Suki means you're a crybaby? I will say, isn't, like, Suki, like, a name, I think? I think it could be, I think a Korean name. Yuki. I can't remember if it's like a Japanese name or a Korean name, but I've heard that as a name before. I have one that sucks. That's like your name, and then you come over to Australia and your name means crybaby in Australian slang. That would be awful. Oh, bacon wrapped green beans with Tesca's whiskey sauce. I miss bacon. It's so hard to get here. Like, you kind of basically, if you want like good bacon, you just gotta like get a Costco membership. But the problem is you have to like, in order to sign up for it, you need like a specific like bank card, I think, to be able to sign up for. I forgot what it was. I think you have to like be a membership of Nyeonghyuk Bank, but the problem is like Mr. Coffee's like, that's like the only bank he's not he doesn't have an account in. He's like, nah. You have to like go make a whole bank account over there, and I think you have to pay. And it's one of those like bank accounts where it's like you kind of have to pay or keep a certain amount of money in there in order to be able to have the account. Like, you know, like those kind of, I hate those kind of like checking accounts. It feels like you had to like always keep like $1,000 in there, or else they start like taking out fees. You know, like how they start taking money out until you're like, and then they start like taking out overdraft fees. I'm very happy that I'm like that's why I keep my American bank account with Orion, because Orion it's not a regular bank, it's a credit union. But I didn't realize that a lot of banks in America have that, like where you have to have a certain amount of money in your account, or you have to like pay like $50 a month, I think, for it. It might be more now. But yeah, Nyeonghyuk I think is one of those kind of banks, and that's why he doesn't have an account there. So it seems like it's a little bit harder getting a Costco membership. That it's not as simple over here, unfortunately. Because I would love to have a Costco membership, but it is kind of far. Like, it's not close. It's quite the journey to get over there. I think it took me nearly an hour by public transit just to get there. Oh, drungos, Trongo mean you're undesirable? Yeah, it's right. It almost looked like a little zombie bite. Like, dang, she took some flesh out. It's like, yeah, when I saw that, I'm like, yeah, she's just cray. And I saw like she had crazy eyes when I saw the video too. Like, even the thumbnail, like her eyes are wide open, like cray. And I'm like, ooh, okay, she's on something. Like, I don't think she can play the self-defense card. Like, the poor guy just tried to wake her up from her drunken stupor. Oh no, I know. No, oh, it's more like Twitch you gotta be worried about. Who knows with the Twitch auto mod, they might take it that way. I mean, we already know Twitch auto mod doesn't like the blueberry emoji. Poor Maysheep. They got dinged for that. I don't know what the auto mod has against the blueberry emote though. Like, I'd get it if it was like the eggplant emote or something, but like, no, it's just this simple little blueberry emote. And like, Twitch was like, nope. I had to like, but thankfully it let me through it. It just held it for review. But that was bizarre. They let these freaking viewer bots come through, like with the saying like, oh, click here to get more followers, blah blah. You know, those kind of bots. We just bonked one today. Automod be like nowhere when those dudes come through. Or I'd be like, don't do drugs because you become that one, right? Like, absolutely cray. I know, and I hate that they didn't do anything for him. It's like, I feel like he definitely should have been compensated. Like, my goodness, that is like freak. Like, what if she had like, I think you can get, what can you get through if someone bites you? I forgot what it was. Or I think that's more like if they get their blood on your blood or something. You could get like HIV or something. I think that might be the other way around. Because they always say, like, you know, they said, like, to defend yourself, they're like, oh, bite them. But the problem is, though, if that person has HIV, you could actually frick yourself over, unfortunately. I usually try not to go for biting if I ever have to defend myself. That would be, like, that would suck. Like, you survive, but now you're stuck with this lifelong disease. Right, he should sue. I wonder if he would have like people back, like if there's any like group that would probably back him to kind of help him, like financial wise, like a big organization or something that's got like some that got deep pockets himself. Hopefully can help. Cause yeah, unfortunately when you're like by yourself, these big companies just get away with shit. You'll be like, right, I can swear sometimes and it picks it up and other times it doesn't. It's like, alright, the auto mod is so weird. I still want to know what it had against the damn blueberry emote. Or the little emoji. It was just like the little window. Oh, yeah, because I was talking about how... I do wonder if it's maybe because it doesn't pop up on Windows or something. Because like, I kind of hate how some of the emotes don't always show up on PC. Like, I wish they would just hurry up and bring all emotes to both sides equally, you know? Because like, there's some emotes I really want to use, but then you can't because they don't show up. Because it just shows up as a gray box. I don't know if that's why they got dinged for, but like Mayship was using their phone though. So on their end it looked like a blueberry, but on my end it looked like a gray box. But yeah. Yeah, I see how that we need to bring unions back. Actually, that's probably, if you think about it, I think that's like one of the biggest reasons I think a lot of wages have gone down is because you notice there's not that many unions anymore. Like there were back in the day, a lot of things were unionized. And now they've kind of slowly kind of ticked at it little by little trying to get rid of unions. And now look at it, like now we're like having this crisis of like where people can't afford to even like live by themselves. And I think what I hate too is like there's this weird subgroup of dudes who are like trying to blame women who are working. It's like, yeah, that's why the wages are low because now women are in the workforce. And it's like, but I think that's like because I think that's the problem is like they're thinking that, but I think it's because there's no unions anymore. And if you think about it, because someone talked about how the different legislation was trying to slowly take away it, like these corporations would like lobby their politicians to like slowly get rid of unions so that they can have like lower wages for their workers and get away with more. And I hate that there's like small group of dudes try to spew that crap. And it's like so weird. Because there was a point where both men and women were working, like the 80s, wasn't the economy pretty good in the 80s, I thought? Like, I don't know, was there a recession in the 80s? I thought the economy was having a boost. I know at least in Japan it was having a boost. Like that was like their big golden era actually was the 80s, at least for Japan. But the economy seemed stronger back then, but like back before, it seems almost like before 9/11 too. It seems like after like the 2000s, like unions just slowly started disappearing. Just not becoming a thing anymore, unfortunately. That's probably the big reason why we got all this trouble. With these companies that don't want to pay their workers a living wage, no one's like holding them accountable. And it's not what like unions would do. They would kind of hold these companies and corporations accountable, like, hey, no, you gotta pay your workers fairly, dang it. You can't get away with this crap. Oh, I think that was our last round. Okay, well now I can finally finish this off. Now we can do the fun part. Where we start making the little shag on it. The little hay or leaf part. Okay, let me find the middle. Ooh, we're also going into a recession if we're not careful in Aussie. Right? It seems kind of almost like it's global too, like everywhere. Partially, I do like it is due to the pandemic, I think. But it's like still, it's like something always has to happen and bring the economy back down. Because weren't we just finally getting out of the clutches of the damn 2008 recession? And now we're like right back in another recession. Like the freaking pandemic ruined everything. I actually wonder what it would be like now if the pandemic never happened. Like, will we be having this house? Like, we already were having a little bit of a housing crisis before the pandemic, so I don't know. But like, I feel like it wouldn't be this bad as it is now, maybe. Okay, let me join here. Yeah, I'm gonna probably have to split some more of this yellow yarn in a little bit. Okay, I think I'm gonna choose 14, where I just chain 14 and slip stitch. Ah, uh-oh. Got some ourselves another one. Hold on. Get off my lawn, bot. Alright, beyond here, we gotta go on the YouTube on flat. Okay, there we go. It accidentally frogged one more. I want to make sure they're all 14. It's like, right, even though I'm vaccinated, got all my boosters, I still wear a mask when I go out. The pandemic still got people paranoid. Not only that, since people have a weak immune system, I don't want to take the chance of making someone sick and be the blame. Couldn't live with myself if I did that. That's true, like, I do still try to avoid going out in, like, big crowded areas, like, still feel uncomfortable. The only problem now, it feels like, is surprisingly not many people are wearing masks anymore in Korea. Except for they did a little bit back in April, but that was not because of pandemic scare or anything. That's actually quite a normal time for people to wear masks because yellow dust season comes through, and it's not good to breathe that in. But what do you call it though? It's like now if you wear a mask, people automatically assume that you're sick though if you're wearing one. So it's kind of like people are too scared to wear a mask again. And it's like, right? Because they side eye you now when you wear a mask, and I'm like, ugh. Usually I don't really leave the house that much though, so I'm like, I'm just always in here. And I always try to go to the gym too, like when there's like no one there. I hate going when it's crowded. And I always bring my little thing of sanitizer with me. At 14, let me double check. Okay, that's 14. Yo, what's up, Cassandra? Oh, I worry about my mom. Her immune system is bad, and left the house one time a week. Only leaves the house like one time a week. Oof, right? Like I'd be scared to go back out. And oh, I was actually just thinking, you know, like that new like drink cover for girls when they want to cover their drinks with their bars, so like no one can like try to roofie them. I feel like actually that's kind of smart, even if you're not worried about getting drugged. I feel like both parties should be like, both genders need to be wearing that on their drink, because if you think about it, especially when you're in places where there's lots of people close by. Because I remember seeing the videos during the pandemic showing like how much spittle travels. Like we don't really see it, but when people talk out loud, a lot of spittle's like flying everywhere. Just saying that's all getting in your drink and crap. So I'm like very big about having a drink with a top on it, just to keep everyone's like little spit out, you know? It's like, ugh. I stopped going to the gym for many reasons, maybe because it's expensive and dealing with other people's body odor. Oh, raging girl. You would love a Korean gym. This is another reason why I go when no one's around, is because I'm the one who smells. I can't stand it. It's like there's no sweat smell, because Korean people don't really stink. Like Mr. Coffee can be out all day in the hot sun and then do a workout and be all sweaty and he still doesn't smell. I'm so jealous. Like, it's so unfair. Like, why the universe can give all humans this beautiful gene, I don't know why. But yeah, it's like night and day, and I feel so embarrassed if I get too close to the Korean people, because even if I'm like wearing deodorant and stuff, I will still get a bit of a smell. And I'm like, what was it, like that kind of like icky citrusy kind of sweat smell, you know what I mean? Like, especially like girls get. And I'm just too scared to get close to anyone, because I feel like it's gonna be like super intensive for them because they're not used to it, you know what I mean? Like, it probably would be very, like, my smell is probably very mild, you know, in America, but it's probably potent in Korea because they're just not used to body odor. Thankfully my husband is, because he lived so long in America and got used to my smell. He said like that, he said actually thanks to me, regular body odor doesn't even bug him anymore. And it's like, but to other Korean people, they're just, like, especially if they don't travel, if they've only ever lived in Korea, then, or they don't like live anywhere near any foreigners, they're not used to that kind of body odor, so it's like really intensive and potent to them, and I'm like too scared to like scare anyone away, so that's why I try to go when no one's there as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's probably gonna be long, or more because of all the counting. Let me see how that's turning out though. We can see how nice and long they are. And then the next row, so it just barely overlaps the second row. So that will overlap that, and then this last row will overlap and it'll be much longer. I probably do need to starch it though, since they're so long, because they're gonna be like sticking out like this. But we'll need to starch them and maybe even glue them in place. Oh boy, do tell, spill the tea. Wait, want to hear awkward moment when I was in the locker room? Heck yeah, let's go. I probably had my fair share of things, because, well, thankfully when I'm in the locker room here, I don't even shower because I live nearby. I don't even shower till I get home, because there's actually no point, because I'm gonna walk home anyway and I don't go anywhere else after the gym, so it'd be pointless for me to shower. I just usually use it to store my my shoes and stuff in my wallet in their little locker in there. Yo, what's up, Pistol Shrimp? How you doing? We're working on the tiki bar again, but this time I'm trying to actually write down what I do. We're trying to make it a little bit bigger too, because like this one was kind of on the smaller side, so we're trying to like more stretch it, make it a little bit longer, so there's like more rooms for drinks. Also, we gotta give Pistol Shrimp a shout out. But we're doing pretty good. Oh my god, it's getting kind of hot here too. It's like the temperature just like went up like not last week but the week before. It was actually kind of chilly this June. We were actually having a pretty chilly summer actually. I was actually thinking like, when's summer gonna hit? Because it was like about like 20 to 19 during the day, and then it'd be like 17 to 15 at night. So it would be kind of like not cold, but you know what I mean. It doesn't feel like summer. I was really perplexed, like during especially May, because May is usually when it gets like broiling hot here in Busan. And also Kimayo, or Kimoli, hope I'm saying your name, but 314. But welcome on in. We're just working on trying to make another Crocheted Tiki bar, but we're trying to expand it a little bit, make it a bit bigger. And also write down what I do, because I want to make this a pattern eventually. I just kind of freehanded that really last summer. But what do you call the, oh my gosh, shrimp, like, I think it was like not last Tuesday, but the Tuesday before, like Monday was 17 at night, felt good. And then literally the next day, bam, 31 Celsius in the day. Like, it just went straight up from 20 to 31 Celsius. It went up 11 degrees. Oh, it's like chamomile. Oh, like chamomile tea, right? I almost read that as chameleon for a second. But it's like with a so chamomile. Oh, you're very welcome. We got everything's all like summery vibes now, because we switched over from our spring stuff. I had like little spring overlays. For spring we did like farming / Sakura theme, and now we're back to kind of like the summer theme of last year, but we're trying to do like more pirates. But I had a hard time trying to find pirate gifts, unfortunately, though, because like at least all the good ones, they didn't have a transparent background, so they were no good. But yeah, we got our little party chick. These are all crocheted. Everything down here except for this gingerbread house are crocheted. I know I've had people think these were like little plastic toys. Granted, to be fair, my webcam used to be up a little bit higher, so these were like a little bit blurrier down here, so it was kind of hard to tell. But this was made by Ben and Eve. She's another miniature artist. She's another fellow streamer friend of ours, but she does miniature, especially food items. Like, she was working on some upside down pineapple cakes today, and they looked so good. I swear, oh my god, these bots. Get off my lawn, dang you bot. I'm like the old man shaking like their fists at the kids, like, get off my lawn. Not on my internet lawn, you bot. I'm not gonna lie too, I got excited because their like name, like at first glance from here, because to be fair, my text is very tiny. Like, it's kind of, I have to like sometimes squint at the screen. I thought it said Yarn Barista, and I thought we had another fiber artist coffee fanatic, but nope. They were just another best viewer bots. I'm gonna probably have to figure out how to do like the, I'm sadly gonna probably soon have to turn off the, because we have links open in chat, because we have a lot of people come through who like show like, you know, their Instagram profiles, their coffee pages, their Etsy pages. We have a lot of artists and crafters who are also like small business owners, so I try to keep it open and keep it easy. Because before, I never really had any bots come through, and if they did, they didn't have a link. So I was like, it's so far. But lately, there's been an uptick, it seems. Like, this is the third one of today. It's been happening like maybe one every other week we'd have one drop in. I was like, okay, they're kind of starting to ramp it up, but it's not that bad yet. But now it's like, I'm gonna have to watch a tutorial on how to do those permit links, or the exclamation point permit link thing, so that way I can give people a timer so they can add a link. I gotta let everybody know though, because a lot of people are used, especially people who haven't been in my channel a while, they still think that I have links open. I mean, I do now, but like once I turn them off, I don't want people getting, you know, dinged left and right by the bot though. Wait, this woman was in her own world too, and I had to look up, wait, did I I almost missed. Oh, my locker, narrow and small, but large enough for my gym bag. I was done my workout. I'm in my own little world, and turned the corner of my locker and face and almost went to a woman's rear. But I stopped myself before disaster happened. That someone was on her own little world too, and if I had looked up into the sky saying, "Excuse me, miss, but my locker's right next to you." Oh no. Oh yeah, I actually walked in the other day like this old ajima. She just got out of the shower. To be fair, in Korea they're so used to it though, cause like communal bathing is very normalized in Korea, so they're not that like, what do you call it? They're not like body shy about it. And I'm just like trying to avert my eyes, like, that wall, that's some nice wall right there. Like, I'm just trying to avoid my gaze. I didn't want her to make her feel uncomfortable. Because I'm just there to put my wallet and shoes away. Because, especially in Korea, it's etiquette to wear a different pair of shoes when you're at the gym. So you actually want to buy a pair of shoes that you do not use outside. So you only use it in the gym. So it's like indoor shoes, kinda. It's a smart idea though, so it, you know, helps keep the place cleaner, keeps germs out and stuff. So what I do is I go leave my regular shoes on the shoe rack in there, and I'll put like my shoe bag and my wallet into like the little locker. Before, I was carrying my stuff around with me. I didn't know that the lockers were in the bathing room, because like the other lockers, I think they're not regular lockers, they're like overnight lockers, so you have to add, that's an extra thing, and that's like extra money. And I was like, should we splurge for a locker? I'm kind of tired of carrying my wallet and my shoes around with me. And my husband's like, I have a locker in the bathing section, you know that, right? I'm like, but he's like, I didn't know that because I never had need to go in there. It actually makes sense that they would put a locker, because like, that would be kind of dumb though, having the lockers on the outside. It's like, because where are you supposed to put your stuff while you're showering, right? Because like, you can't go back out there again naked. That would be so weird. So it didn't cross my mind that they had lockers on the inside of the bathing room. And they're free lockers, so you don't have to pay for them, thankfully. It's one of those ones where you take the key out and you put in, it's like on a little wrist thing, and you just wear that. Oh, you're back, that took me long enough. How's your mother-in-law doing? Is she doing good? But we're finally getting the shaggy part now, on the roof part, where I just chained 14 and slip stitch through these like front loops that we didn't work through. But let me quickly freshen up my hands a little bit. And I also just realized I forgot to hit enter on my going live for Discord. Aw. It's just still sitting there, but there's no point in me hitting enter now because probably Mr. Coffee's gonna walk in any minute. I don't know how much a stream. Plus we've already hit our 3 hours, so I'm gonna just keep going till Mr. Coffee gets back. Hopefully he's not doing any yagun today. He had to do some yagun last night. Unfortunately, that means overwork, or kind of like overtime. It's kind of got like a slightly different, because they have their own word for overtime, so it's not quite working overtime. But yeah, they call it overwork though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Oh no, she clogged the drain of her kitchen sink because she was trying to clean flower pots. Oh no, that's not good. It's like the disposal will get all clogged up, or is it like the pipes? Wait, let me undo this one. I'm like, these chains are looking weird and twisted. I did something to mess them up. Ooh, oh no, the soil clogged in the wall and the pipes. Oh no, I can only imagine they had to like take apart crap. I'd be like, right, at least this woman had a hot bod, but I'm like, think it'd been more awkward if this woman was out of shape. Right, because I'm so like, there is just something about like, right, being in a locker room when you're like the out of shape person and you like have to be naked around everyone else. The weird thing, I think even if I am in super in shape, I think I still would be too embarrassed to ever like be naked in front of like strangers. I don't think I could do that. I just wasn't raised that way. I know in Korea, like communal bathing and like when you go to jinjabangs and mogyeongs, like it's very normal to bathe with a bunch of strangers in the same big old like sauna bath area. Like it's very normalized to them. But like in America, like I didn't really have to take a shower. Like they never gave us enough time to take showers after gym. It's so bizarre, like, because you know you see in movies all the time and in like cartoons of people taking a shower after gym. They never gave us time to take a shower. We didn't get no shower time after gym, so we would just get back in our regular clothes. But they did have the showers did have shower curtains on them, so I would actually go back there and change in a shower curtain because I didn't want to be seen by anyone else. And then I was homeschooled after that, and then we only had 1 year of gym, so same thing. They never gave us any time to shower afterward. We had 5 minutes to change and be back. If you weren't back in 5 minutes, you get in trouble. That's not enough time to shower. 5 minutes is enough time to shower, but it's not enough time to undress, shower, dry, and get dressed. You know what I mean? You need at least like 10-15 minutes for that, and they don't give that. I don't know why they just didn't cut into like the gym time. Maybe that would have been probably a little bit nicer. Like give us like at least 10 minutes, and maybe I could get like a quick 3-minute shower in. But yeah, I would just be all soggy and sweaty for the rest of the day. It was horrible, especially because I had gym at second period. Best would have been if I had it at the end, but then it would have been really hot though. That was like the good thing, at least it was in the morning, so it wasn't too hot. But I did feel bad for the kids who had the afternoon classes because it was scorching hot outside. Yes, that's good for she's a very skilled daughter-in-law. Yeah, right, never showered in all locker rooms, wear adult diapers, and I'm very insecure about people knowing about it. Oh, no worries. I didn't know if you had, like, maybe IBS or anything like that, because I heard that's, like, very common for people with IBS. Oh, there was a really sad Reddit post, actually, talked about, like, where this lady, who's still quite young, she's in her 20s, but has severe IBS, so has to wear adult diapers, and her sister were staying with them and her kids, and for some reason her sister decided to use her as an example to her kids. I think some of her kids she was trying to potty train or something, and they try to say, like, see, if you don't go, you're gonna end up like your auntie, which was so unfair because, like, the auntie, like, the, you know, OP in the story, she didn't do anything, you know, she was just born with it, unfortunately. So that was like a really sad Reddit story.
What is Stream Manager is off?
Wait, what's off?
Stream Manager. Stream offline?
Oh, is it?
It's on your phone. Offline.
Well, offline on phone, but online. See, it says excellent. It says live on the computer. Let me see. Ah, it just needed refreshing. I closed the app and reopened it. Now it says live. Sometimes it does that, unfortunately. Ah, so yours is because spinal bifida and because of the disability and incontinence. I know, right? Like, that's like totally out of your control. There's like nothing you can do about it, unfortunately. But yeah, people are cruel as heck. Oh, I'm about to. I told them I would finish when you came back. Let's see who we can go raid real quick. Ooh, Triple Zoo's on. I haven't raided Triple Zoo in a while. Oh no! Hey, what's up, Mom Boss Lady Mineral? We are sadly about to raid out though. Mr. Coffee just got home. But we're gonna go raid Triple Zoo. She's really sweet. She's playing some Palia. Sometimes she'll play whatchamacallit? Stardew, or sometimes she'll do like a cooking stream. The only part is I had already rated OP though earlier this week. So I always try to spread them around. Yeah, I didn't know it, but apparently it seems kind of like from like Twitch etiquette or something. They said like don't try to raid the same person too much because it comes off kind of weird. I always like try to sprinkle it around. But I know it sucks though because sometimes all that's online is Ophi though. Either Ophi or Truffle, or no, Crafty Jellyfish? Ah, but 9.5 is also on too. But to be fair though, I have rated 9.5 not too long ago, I think. It's been a really long time since I've rated Cheerful Zoo though. Because usually Cheerful Zoo is on a lot later. Because I think they're in Australia. Are they in Australia? I think they are. I could be. Wait, I might be up with somebody else because they're little PNG tuber. Well, she's more of a VTuber. Their VTubers look very similar. I might be up with somebody sword. Oh yeah, she's Australian. Okay, so she's the same person I'm thinking of. Yeah, we're gonna go raid another fellow Aussie shrimp. We're gonna go raid Cheerful Zoo. But before I go though, I'll show Mineral Bomb Boss Lady what we were working on. We're trying to recreate the little tiki bar I made last summer. Trying to make it bigger. We're finally getting to the roof part. And I'm gonna make the little straw part a lot longer. I made them way too short last time. I want to make this a bit longer. And because I know it looks short right excuse me, it looks short right now, but when we go through these back loops, or no, technically front loops over here, it's probably gonna be like maybe this long. I will see you guys. Let's see, tomorrow is Wednesday, so I won't be on tomorrow, but I'll be on Thursday doing more of this. So hopefully I'm gonna see how much I can get done if I do work on it tomorrow. I might not, because I'm gonna try to film a bit tomorrow. I'm trying to film some of the button patterns, because we were working on some crochet buttons. But I will see you guys Thursday. Let me get the rate set up. There we go. Okay, let me type in our little commands. Okay, here's the ones if you're subbed, and here is our regular raid command. Just copy those. Text. Okay, there we go. And go and give Cheerful Zoo a nice warm welcome, and I will see you guys on Thursday. Bye guys!